If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center at 800 Emmett Rouse Drive, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley-Morgan County Health Department. Fort Evans Archery of Inwood is your local full-service archery pro shop with sales and setup, maintenance, repairs, and sight-ins. Fort Evans Archery is a full-stocking dealer for all your favorites like Hoyt, Matthews, Elite, Bowtech, Mission, and Bear, with crossbows from Raven, 10-point, Barnett, and Excalibur. And Fort Evans Archery has a sight range out to 60 yards. Fort Evans Archery, 998 Arden-Nullville Road, Suite 2, Inwood, open Tuesday to Friday, 10 a.m. until 6, Saturdays 9:30 to 4. FortEvansArchery.com.
Jonathan Bodwell Insurance Solutions. We've been serving the Eastern Panhandle with their insurance needs for 20 years. We specialize in Medicare and health insurance plans. Medicare can be scary. We help seniors navigate the Medicare maze and not get taken advantage of by the call centers. We give honest, local advice on your insurance. We're located in the Aiken Center, 304-283-0864.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
The following sports special is a broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg.
Dear Lord, the battles we go through life.
Dear Lord, the battles we go through life.
We ask for chances fair.
We ask for chances fair.
Chance to equal our strife. Chance to do it there.
Chance to do it there.
We should win.
We should win.
Let it be by the code.
Let it be by the code.
Faith and honor held high.
Faith and honor held high.
We should lose.
We should lose.
Stand by the road.
Stand by the road.
Cheers, the winners go by.
Cheers, the winners go by.
Day by day.
Day by day.
We get better and better.
We get better and better.
We can't beat.
We can't beat.
Woo, beat.
Who let the dogs out? It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school football, featuring the Martinsburg Bulldogs. To get you ready for today's play-by-play action, we'll bring you interviews, in-depth analysis, and important game information on the pregame show. So let's get things started by going to the stadium and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Virginia High School football tonight on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Pre-game coverage is brought to you by W. Harley Miller Systems, providing custom integration services like home and office automation, home theater networking, audio, video distribution, and more. You can call them at 304-350-1931 or visit them online at whmsystems.com. Tonight, the Martinsburg Bulldogs host the Jefferson Cougars. I'm Colin McLaughlin for Talk Radio WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Alongside me on the call is Dylan Bishop. Tonight, our on-site producer is Donna Schaffner. Our camera crew here this evening, our main camera is Rodney Watcher. Down on the sidelines, we have Jillian Haynes and Ethan Elliott. Back at the studio is Kyler High. You'll hear from him at halftime and postgame with some scores from around the area and the rest of the state. Only one other game in the area, and that should be a good one. We'll try to keep you updated on that score as much as we possibly can, as Spring Mills, ranked 6th so far in Class 4A, is hosting the number 1 team in 4A, the Morgantown Mohegans. Well, let's now get into our ball game here tonight. Martinsburg 2-2 now after a big win last week, 71-6 at Hedgesville. It's clearly been weaker opponents, but that doesn't mean the confidence hasn't grown and improvement hasn't grown as well, because clearly both have for the Bulldogs so far, Dylan.
Yeah, once they got past the first 2 games of the season, playing against some of the toughest competition that they'll play against all year. Looked like in these last 2 games they've been able to open up the playbook a little bit, get their confidence up a little bit, and show a little bit more what we're used to with Martinsburg. Now we'll see if when the back half of the season rolls around, if they look more like they did in those first 2 games, or if they've improved some by having those extra reps. And tonight, Jefferson comes to town, and we'll see what happens with Jefferson, because they've, through this part of the season, we're getting close to October, Jefferson's only scored 1 touchdown. And they've gone through some changes on the offense, trying to figure out who the best quarterback on the team is. We have a couple of changes here. Listed as the starter tonight is Jackson Rockwell at quarterback. And they've used at least 2 other players at quarterback so far this year. So on the Jefferson side, it's going to be about, have they figured something out now? Do they have the quarterback? Is the offense moving? It might be tough to figure that out tonight against Martinsburg, because even teams that come into the season with a clear starter at quarterback. We saw Hedgesville last week. Chaz Milburn, that's the guy on the team that gets the most height, the quarterback. And they scored 1 touchdown, and then the rest of the game,
he was sacked 5 times.
Exactly, couldn't really move the ball. So, it's going to be the same sort of thing. Is Jackson Rockwell going to have the time to throw? Are his receivers going to get open? Against Martinsburg, those things are hard to do. So, we'll see what happens. But Martinsburg has looked like in these last 2 games that they can have the same type of season against the EPAC that they usually do, which would not be a good sign for Jefferson.
Yeah, it's been a great turnaround after the 0-2 start against Camden and Huntington for Martinsburg, as they continue to try to have that reign of terror here in the Eastern Panhandle. Both teams out on the field right now doing their warm-ups, and for those tuned in on TV10 or WRNR TV on YouTube, you might be able to tell, if we can get one of our sideline cameras possibly on it, Martinsburg donning new helmet decals here tonight. They've added a stripe down the middle of those helmets, and instead of what you see at midfield, the state of West Virginia with the block orange M in the middle, they've changed the helmet logos on each side to the Bulldog logo like you see at midcourt here in the Martinsburg Fieldhouse, the gymnasium as well, that is also called, for anybody confused. But I like it. It's a new look. I don't know the last time they've had a new look for a helmet decal.
Yeah, I agree with you. Good look. And they got the orange jerseys on tonight, and the Martinsburg's got a number of different uniforms that look
Jefferson
very nice,
with their traditional maroon helmets with the Cougars script on the one side in gold, and then the other side their jersey numbers. We'll step aside now, take our first break of the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show, and on the other side of that break, we'll have the check of the area schedule for you. You're tuned into West Virginia High School football and talk radio, WRNR and TV10.
Yeah, Robbie, there's a chill in the air, and with fall settling in, it's the perfect time to soak, sweat, and save at Floor Pools. Robbie knows wellness starts at home. Imagine the stress melting away in a Caldera spa with warm hypotherapy jets easing sore muscles, improving circulation, and helping you sleep better. Regular spa sessions can reduce tension, boost mood, and support overall relaxation. Right now, on select Caldera spas, you could save up to $1,500. And don't forget the other half of Total Body Wellness, a Tilo sauna. Regular sauna sessions can boost circulation, support detoxification, ease muscle tension, and promote deep relaxation. For a limited time on select Tilo saunas, you could save up to $1,000. But here's where it gets even better. Robbie says when you bundle a Caldera spa and a Tilo sauna, the savings go even deeper, and your wellness routine gets even further. Act now. These savings disappear after September 29th. Stop by Floor Pools today in Chambersburg, Hagerstown, or Martinsburg, and let Robbie the Duck guide you to better health, more relaxation, and incredible savings. For details and to explore our full selection, visit floorpools.com. That's Floor Pools, where wellness begins at home.
With
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
The Berkeley and Morgan County Health Departments want to help keep our communities, including backyard flocks and farms, safe from H5N1, the avian flu. To stay up to date with current risk levels and CDC recommendations, as well as disease prevention information shared by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, be sure to check out the Community Resources section of the Berkeley-Morgan County Health Department at bchealthdept.org. This ad has been made possible through a grant-funded partnership with the West Virginia Department of Health.
We welcome you back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. It's now time for the check of the area schedule brought to you by Rock's Local Markets. With convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle, fast, fresh, friendly, Rock's. In last week's EPAC clash between Spring Mills and Musselman, it was the Cardinals that came out victorious. Spring Mills won 20-0, making it their 3rd shutout of the season. Cardinals are now 3-1 overall and 6th in this week's playoff ratings. Tonight they host the Morgantown Mohegans, who are 4-0 so far and ranked at the top of Class 4A. Here's Spring Mills head coach Marcus Law.
Offensively, Twiggs drives everything as far as that team. They've done a good job of not having to use him so much up to this point here, but certainly he's a kid that can absolutely take over the game offensively. Again, drives everything for him, puts him in a great position. Up front, they're big, and again, it's nothing new to us. We've had some big guys, but they're big and they can move as well. Defensively, we'll get the same look we had last year, but again, it's like somehow they found a way to replace the pieces they lost, and they've built something great again for this year. So it's going to take us, honestly, going through this week here and just trying to find the best version of ourselves, be focused at practice, as much film as we possibly can to get ready for this one Friday.
With that 20-0 loss to Spring Mills last week, Musselman is now 1-3 overall. The Applemen sit at 11th in this week's playoff ratings and have their bye this week. Here's Musselman head coach Brian Thomas.
Oh, it's remarkable. It's remarkable how much we've grown as a program really through the past 2 years. We've gotten. You look at all these games. We're 1-3 right now, and you are what your record says you are. We're 1-3. All 3 of the games that we've lost have been tight in the fourth quarter. So, we're within striking distance all 3 games that we've lost. Things pan out a little bit different in each one of those. They can go either different ways. Those games last year, we didn't play University last year, but Wheeling Park and Spring Mills, we lose those games. We lost those games last year by 50 points. So we've made a lot of growth here in the past 2 years, but at the same time, just competing is not what our goal is. Our goal is we want to win the football game. So we've made growth, and I told our team that. I told our team that after the game that I'm proud of them just because we've gotten better. I feel like every single week through 4 weeks we've gotten better. So we got to kind of continue to have that mindset to grow and to continue to reach new heights here over the past month.
The Washington Patriots got the dub last week over Bishop O'Connell by a final score of 28-14. Patriots are now 2-2 overall and 10th in this week's playoff ratings. They're also on a bye this week. Here's head coach Terry Ray.
We're definitely getting healthy. We're not going as hard with some guys. We're a normal practice week. Like yesterday, we were full pads offense. Today, we're going to be full pads defense. But, it's more working on us and fixing stuff more than trying to zero in on an opponent. We know we're playing Spring Mills in 2 weeks, and we're talking a little bit about it, but it's mostly about us building the team, getting ourselves ready. We're trying to get better each day so we can get better each week.
Lastly, Hedgesville lost last week to Martinsburg 71-7. The Eagles are now 0-4 overall. However, they're only one spot out of the playoff picture in 17th place and are also on a bye this week. Here's Hedgesville head coach Matt Faircloth.
Like the team itself, we haven't really, got into the Jefferson phase yet because it's more about cleaning up the things that we saw in the first 4 weeks. And it doesn't matter, who we play next. If we don't get those things cleaned up before then, it's not going to matter. And that's been our main focus early in this week. It'll continue to be our focus focus for the rest of this week. And then this weekend when we practice on Saturday, we're getting into the game plan of focusing on Jefferson.
That was the Check of the Area schedule brought to you by Rock's Local Markets. With convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle, fast, fresh, friendly, Rock's. We'll be right back with more of the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show right after this. You're tuned into West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Beck & Matsurif Law Offices. 50 years experience. No fees unless we collect money for you. Always here to help you. Any questions? lawpbm.com.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
When it comes to providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee owned. That makes us neighbors, and good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg, owners just care more about you.
Free money you can't lose. Download the Casino Kings app today.
Prohibited word voice. Must be 21 or older. Free money is not cash. Will cannot be withdrawn. This is free money or unrestricted market zone. Authorized by this period. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You've probably heard that sped up disclaimer at the end of sportsbook ads. The ones that say,
call 1-800-GAMBLER.
But can they really help you stop gambling? Yes. They've helped thousands of people here in West Virginia stop gambling and take back their lives. They provide guidance and resources, including financial counseling and even free software to block gambling sites. So talk to someone who will take the time to listen. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We welcome you back here on the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show here on Talk Radio WRNR, TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube as we get you set for tonight's ball game between the Jefferson Cougars and Martinsburg Bulldogs. Will now focus here on the visitors, the Jefferson Cougars, who so far this year are off to an 0-3 start. It's been a rough go-around for the Cougars to begin the season here so far. Only 7 points scored within these 3 games, and that coming against Morgantown in a 38-7 loss to the Mohegans. The defense, though, for the most part, has been pretty solid. You're holding teams on average to 22 points per game. They've allowed a total of 66 points, as it was a 14-0 loss to Spring Mills, a 14-0 loss to Sharando, and then, as I mentioned, the 38-7 loss to Morgantown. Coming off a bye week, you already mentioned that there's a change here, at least from what we received from Coach Craig Hunter when it comes to the starters at the quarterback position. It's no longer Ryan Wentz. It will now be Jackson Rockwell, from what we know, getting the start at quarterback, who is an athlete for the Cougars. He's usually a wide receiver, but you've seen him from time to time take that quarterback role, and we'll see that here tonight against Martinsburg.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see what the offense looks like with him. We haven't really gotten an idea, because I don't know how much of an idea Jefferson has gotten, considering they've had to kind of work through 3 different quarterbacks. And you always want to tailor your offense to the strengths of your quarterback and the strengths of your personnel in general. So we'll see what it looks like with Rockwell at quarterback. And yes, the thing that stands out is that Jefferson has only scored 7 points through 3 games. But, I mean, look at the schedule. Getting shut out by Spring Mills isn't exactly embarrassing. It's kind of quite the opposite. Spring Mills does that to a lot of people.
Everybody they beat so far has been via shutout.
Right, and Morgantown is number 1 in the state right now. A lot of people think that they're going to win the state championship this year. Scored 1 touchdown on them, lost 38-7. and then Sharando lose 14-0. Sharando is 3-1 on the year, and their one loss was a 15-14 loss at Loudoun County. Otherwise, they shut out their opponent to open the year, Amherst County, as well, and beat James Wood on the road 49-20. So it's been a tough schedule to start for Jefferson. Now, it doesn't get any easier tonight. This could very well be the best team that Jefferson has faced all year, and that's with them having faced Morgantown and Spring Mills. We'll see Martinsburg get to test that theory as the season plays out, but that's to say that the schedule tonight doesn't get any easier than it has been for Jefferson. So, have they figured anything out over the bye week? They've had 2 weeks to prepare. All the coaches tell us that first week, that bye week, that week that ends with no game, a lot of times you're just working on the stuff that you feel like you need to improve, and then that game week comes up the next week. That's when you start preparing for the opponent. And it feels like Jefferson probably needed a lot of that work of, what do we need to fix? What are we doing wrong? What do we need to improve on? So we'll see what it shows on the field tonight.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who's in that quarterback spot for them. The main thing is whoever it is, can they get the ball to the playmakers around them? Jefferson, time in and time out, has the athletes that can compete with anyone in the state. They are track stars. They are stars on the football field. You've seen it in the past. Now at WVU, making big plays on special teams. Keyshawn Robinson is one of the bullets. He's one of the fastest guys that we've seen in the area, and they continue that trend in a guy like Tony Allen Jr. On the outside. Like in the backfield that will be lined up alongside Jackson Rockwell, who's, as I mentioned, an athlete of himself, and Takeem Drake at running back. Can you get those guys out in space, the ball, get those blockers out in front, and put those points up on the board? It's easier said than done, but that is the obvious main thing that they will have to do tonight if they want to somehow, some way compete with the Bulldogs. And they were able to do that in the first half of last year. For those that can go back and remember, it was a touchdown game. At halftime, they were able to really control time of possession, limit those possessions on both sides. I think it was only 2 or 3 possessions each.
They had one
in that
drive.
First half.
Yeah, that one drive that was like 10 minutes long.
Yeah, it took up almost an entire quarter. So it's going to be very interesting to see if they're able to replicate that tonight and replicate it for quarters. Now step aside, take another break here on the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. On the other side of that break, we'll hear from Craig Hunter, the head coach of the Jefferson Cougars. This is West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
There's a new seafood place in town. Get Rock's Crab Cake Sandwich with 70% real crab meat.
They're a hit. It's a race between Rock's delicious chicken sandwich and delicious burger to see which is best. And the winner is, get both.
Remember all the sports we played when we were kids?
Oh yeah, swimming, tennis, basketball,
football, soccer, track. I loved winning.
I still do.
Our competitive spirit is still going strong.
But now we use it to win for our clients. If you've been hurt in almost heaven,
call the Sevens, 304-777-7777.
SkinnerWins.com.
Mark Q's Plumbing and HVAC is here to solve your plumbing and heating problems while meeting your renovation needs. Now serving Berkeley, Jefferson, Hampshire, and Mineral counties. We're a family-owned and operated company that's fully licensed and insured. We can do kitchen and bathroom upgrades and remodels, plumbing, HVAC and light excavation, well pumps, water heaters, and drain clearing. Call 304-620-8013. Mark's Q's Plumbing and HVAC. We look forward to working with you.
When it comes to providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Honda of Winchester takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee owned. That makes us neighbors, and good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Honda of Winchester, owners just care more. about you?
We welcome you back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. It's now time for our coaches interview, brought to you by Parsons Ford of Martinsburg at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons, now joined by the head coach of the Jefferson Cougars, Craig Hunter. Coach Hunter, inside here again, obviously. It always rains whenever I come to do these interviews with you guys, but appreciate the time as always, and let's get right into last week, what you guys have been doing here in preparation for this week.
Last week, we just kind of worked on some things we need to get better at, so technical stuff, trying to figure out ways to get the offense jump started, finishing games defensively. Like I said, we need to find ways to get the offense jump started, and that's what we got. That's what we worked on this past week, is getting better up front, getting better as our skill players, getting better at running routes and knowing the routes and making sure they're knowing everything, and defensively just holding on and keeping everything together till the offense gets going.
Did you see those positive signs of getting that offense jump started in that bye week?
Yeah, we saw some positive signs. We've been battling some injuries. Hopefully we may get one of them back this week, but up front, we thought that was going to be our solid group, but the first couple weeks we just saw a lot of injuries across our front. We lost 2 guys pretty much for the whole year, so just trying to get things pieced back together up front and get them guys gelling together, and hopefully we get them gelling together this week and get some positive things going offensively.
Defensively, you guys have looked pretty solid as well for the most part. How do you, though, get them to take that next step and improve still?
I think they'll take the next step when the offense takes the next step, because then they won't be on the field as much. They won't have to take long drives. The minutes matter with the defense, so they're on the field for long times. Then they get tired during the game. So I feel like there's been games where we played well defensively in the first half, and midway through the third quarter, you can see it wearing on them that they've been on the field way too long. So I think if the offense gets going, it'll help the defense out in that manner.
What has been the biggest thing that you had to stress in on for your offense so far throughout this season?
Mistakes. Just quit hurting ourselves. Penalties have killed us. When you put yourself behind the sticks and you're struggling offensively, it kills you, and it kills drives. We had drives against Sarando that just killed us with penalties. So we even had a touchdown called back, as I told you, like last week we had a touchdown called back, which could have sparked the offense a little bit, but you get things going and you get that moment. So just making sure we don't kill ourselves with mistakes, and then execution. That's the 2 main things.
This week it's Martinsburg. What stands out to you about this year's team for them?
It's Martinsburg. They right now they're going to hit us with power running game. Then they're going to take their shots with Boston and then the other receivers that they have. But, they want to get the ball in the hands of their playmaker, like we want to try to get the ball in the hands of our playmaker. So we just got to definitely know where Boston is on the field at all times. We got to tackle Brian Dick when he's got the ball, and I believe the Myers kids in the backfield now. So we got to get our hands on them and get some penetration on that offensive line. And then defensively, we just got to stop the blitzing. They're going to blitz us like crazy. That's typical. What they do is just blitz you. So we got to make sure we see the blitz and try to handle the blitz the best we can to give ourselves some time and passing the ball and open up some holes in the running game.
What are you able to do in practice to work against that blitz for your O-line?
Separate it up, break it up, do O-line stuff, and try to show the different blitzes that they're going to show that we've seen on film. If they show something new, that's why I said, make sure the offensive line has their eyes up and see where they're coming from, communicate, point it out, so we can actually make adjustments, and then the quarterback can know where he's not protected, which one is free and he's not protected.
Anything else, Coach? If not, we'll get to the fun question.
Fun question.
Fun question for this week. Your favorite TV show or TV series of all time?
Of all time?
Or just currently, what you're into right now?
Good Times. Good Times is my favorite TV show of all time.
All right, there we go. Appreciate the time as always, Coach. Best of luck.
Thanks.
That was our coach's interview, brought to you by Parsons Ford of Martinsburg at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons back with more of the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show right after this. This is West Virginia High School football and talk radio WRNR and TV 10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at FordofHagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
When it comes to surgery, experience and innovation matter. At WVU Medicine, our board-certified surgeons use the latest robotic and minimally invasive techniques to provide better outcomes and faster recoveries. We offer a full range of procedures, including advanced hernia repair, anti-reflux surgery, breast cancer surgery, colon resection, gallbladder removal, skin cancer, and lesion removal. Trust the region's leader in advanced surgical care. Call WVU Medicine Surgery today at 304-596-2150.
It's the new normal. You live, work, and play everywhere. Whether it's the family car or the family business, you need insurance that keeps pace with your changing life. Home on the job or working from home, peace of mind comes from knowing your whole world is covered. No matter what happens or how big it grows, whatever your new normal, Erie Insurance's award-winning service and personal agents can keep pace. Call your local agent today or visit erieinsurance.com for a quote.
We welcome you back to Coburn Field at David M. Walker Stadium, just about half an hour away from kickoff for tonight's game between Jefferson and Martinsburg here on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Let's now shift our focus over to the Bulldogs, who are now 2-2 on the season and have looked really good over the past 2 weeks against H.D. Woodson and Hedgesville, outscoring them a combined 141-13. It's been pure domination. Hopefully that trend continues here tonight, Dylan.
Right, the last couple weeks I think have been a good opportunity for Brian Dick at quarterback to gain some confidence, be able to air things out a little more, have some more room for your receivers to get separation, to get open more often. Don't feel the need to sort of pack things in, run more compact formations, and have to carry the ball more in his own hands, because running back has sort of been a toss-up for Martinsburg, where we're still trying to figure out when to use Kevin Myers, when to use Terrell Cofield, when to use Kingston McDonald Gibson, and a lot of times it ends up with Boston Todd taking a lot of jet sweeps from wide receiver as well. So these last couple weeks, like I said, it's been good confidence-boosting opportunity, because Brian Dick coming in, he doesn't have nearly the experience at the varsity level just in general as some of these last couple quarterbacks that Martinsburg has had, where, Dick was sort of the running back one by the end of last season, but it was his first time even then as a sophomore playing at the varsity level, whereas Coy Fagan got an entire season as the starting running back before switching to quarterback. Murphy Clement got the same sort of thing the season prior. So Brian Dick hasn't had nearly as many reps on the varsity level as those guys, and needs a little bit more development. And he's got the time to do it, and we'll see against Jefferson if he's able to get that confidence, keep it going, because Jefferson may have faster playmakers out on the outside on defense in the secondary compared to some of the other teams in the EPAC that he's going to see.
Step aside, take another break here on the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show, and on the other side of that break, you'll hear from Martinsburg head coach David Walker, as well as a few players from both teams. This is West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The thing I'm most passionate about with my clients is that 95% of them that come to me, they've never been in trouble in their lives. They've got careers, promising futures, things that matter.
So thankfully, after it was all said and done, I had no DUI and I had no more stress facing me or my family.
When you're on the fence whether to hire a DUI attorney, I always say that you really cannot afford not to. My name is Harley Wagner. My law practice has been exclusively focused on driving under the influence cases throughout the state of West Virginia.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
From breathtaking outdoors to unique local eats, world-class geocaching, and thriving local culture, Martinsburg, Berkeley County, West Virginia is where you can live your adventure. Berkeley County offers fantastic outdoor experiences, from our rugged hiking paths to scenic nature paths, public parks, fishing streams, and nature preserves. Cap off your outdoor adventures with a stroll through historic downtown Martinsburg. Join us and immerse yourself in our rich local history and scenic surroundings. Check out upcoming events and plan your adventure at travelwv.com.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
We welcome you back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. It's now time for our coaches interview, brought to you by Parsons Ford of Martinsburg at 1400 Jefferson Road, online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons. Now joined by the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, David Walker, as well as the juice man for the team, Sharif Williams. Coach, another big win last week over Hedgesville, 71-7. Just give us your quick notes on the game and your thoughts.
I mean, I was pleased with our effort. I thought we did the things we were supposed to do. I had some explosive plays. I thought we played pretty solid on defense. Still making a few mistakes and penalties that we still need to clean up. But overall, I thought I was really pleased with our performance.
How about you, Reef? What were your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, it was a great team win. We still, penalties, kind of killed us, They're killing us this year, so we need to clean it up.
Why do you feel like that kind of has become a continuous trend for your team where penalties just are an ongoing issue?
Apparently we're not very good coaches. We're not teaching them something or missing something. I'm not sure. But I think a lot of it is, like a holding call, for example, sometimes maybe a lack of effort, not running our feet, lack of focus. The other stuff, I think sometimes we just get caught up in the stuff and just have a little bit of a blank, but it's things I think we've gotten better each week, but we're still not where we need to be.
Offensive production's obviously exploded over the past 2 weeks. Have you seen a difference in practice from the first 2 weeks maybe that comes out with this better result that we've seen here in the games, or is it just because it's a continuous part of the season?
Well, I think there's a combination of things. I think we have been practicing better, and I think we've gotten better each week. I think we've kind of scaled back some things offensively, which I think has made it better. I think the last two teams we played weren't near as good as the first two we played. I think that had a lot to do with it. But I think we're doing what we're supposed to do. And I thought last week they come out, and the last 2 weeks they've come out with a little better, little more confidence to them at practice. I think our practices have been better. And I think, it all starts with what you do at practice.
Defensively, you guys, I believe, last week forced either 4 or 5 turnovers, I believe, from what I've seen. What did you like from them in that game?
I like we play fast, we play physical. We make a mistake here and there, but we make up for it with our effort. So I was pleased with what they were doing on that side of the ball.
How's practice so far been this week for your team?
I think it's been pretty good. Our guys, they've come out. I think they realize, we started out 0-2, kind of dug a deep hole for us, and we're still trying to crawl out that hole, and we're still setting at 500. So, we don't have a lot of room for error, so we've got to come out and take advantage of every opportunity that we get.
Health-wise, everything so good for your team so far? So good, I mean?
Yeah, I think they're doing our development's going well. I think effort at practice as well, and we just got to still eliminate a few mental mistakes. But I think we're on our way.
This week it's Jefferson. What stands out to you about the Cougars so far?
Their athleticism, their speed. We played them in 7-on-7 over the summer. They beat us 2 out of 3 times. I mean, they're very athletic. They match up with us as well as anybody will, and it's always it seems like it's a very intense game, kind of a rivalry. So I know they're going to come in and give us their best shot. So you really got to throw the records out the window. And they're a lot better team, what the record indicates.
What are you looking forward to, Juice, about Jefferson this week?
Same thing. It's going to be interesting.
They're going through some struggles offensively. How do you make sure that trend continues and that your defense is up for the task against their athletes?
Well, you got to be fundamentally sound, but I think also they had an open date, this last week, so they've got 2 weeks to get ready for it. So, we're preparing to see some different things. I'm sure they're going to make some changes and maybe make some personnel changes. So we've just got to be prepared for anything.
And special teams, obviously a big part of your guys' game. Expect to see maybe you guys kind of go with more of those shorter kicks or onside kicks with one of their best athletes usually back there and returning in Tony Allen?
Well, I mean, we do it every week, so we'll change it up. You'll see a little bit of everything.
Matching it up, what do you feel like you guys have a clear difference in that will give you that big advantage against them?
I mean, I don't know that we have a big advantage on them. I just feel like our guys need to go out and try to play as mistake-free as possible. I think that'll be the difference. The team makes fewest mistakes, usually comes out on top. So it's important for us to come out and play well and try not to make a lot of mistakes.
All right, anything else, Coach? If not, we'll get to the fun question. Let you get your rain gear on here since it's starting to come down here during this interview.
I'm good.
All right, fun question for this week, either all-time or currently your favorite TV show or series?
Andy Griffith Show is my all-time favorite. But I'm also kind of a sci-fi nerd. I like Star Trek, Star Wars. I like that sort of stuff too. But I grew up on Andy, so that's kind of my go-to.
How about you, Juice? What's your favorite?
SpongeBob for sure.
SpongeBob?
SpongeBob.
Who's your favorite character in SpongeBob?
SpongeBob himself.
There you go. Couldn't ask for a better one than that. That's our coach's interview, brought to you by Parsons Ford of Martinsburg at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons back with more of the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show right after this. This is West Virginia High School football and talk radio WRNR and TV 10.
When it comes to providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Honda of Winchester takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee owned. That makes us neighbors, and good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Honda of Winchester, owners just care more about you.
After a car accident, call the local law firm that can give you the help you need right now.
Get more with Mansion Ferretti, the one with 115 years of combined experience fighting for West Virginia accident victims. Get more with Mansion Ferretti,
the one that takes on the big insurance companies.
Get more with Mansion Ferretti. We're Mansion Ferretti.
After a car accident, we'll fight for every dollar you deserve. And if there's no recovery, there's no fee. So call right now.
Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. You have choices when it comes to appliance repair, but before you call a large corporate chain, consider what BW Appliance brings to the table. BW Appliance Repair offers fast in-home appliance repair services to the eastern panhandle of West Virginia, including Jefferson County and Berkeley County. We strive for professionalism, dedication, and honesty. Call us today at 304-279-8858 to schedule immediate service. You can also visit us online at bwappliance.repair.
Introducing the starting lineup for Craig Hunter's Jefferson Cougars. On defense, number 0, Trayvon Ledbetter. Number 5, Taken Drake. Number 6, Jaheim Gidney. Number 11, Ryan Wheat. Number 19, Brandon Young-Holmes. Number 20, Andy Roberts. Number 30, Liam Benner. Number 64, Kirk.
Welcome back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. It's now time for our player interview, brought to you by the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Give them a call at 304-263-4343. Stop in, schedule an appointment at 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. And now joined by Tony Allen Jr. of the Jefferson Cougars. Been a tough start for your guys' season, though. You just had the bye week, trying to reset. How's it been going for your team?
It's been good. We just realized that it's really time to lock in now, and we got to figure out what's going to work and what's not, and we just got to do a lot better than what we've been doing.
So you mentioned locking in, obviously the big piece here after the start. What have you been able to see from yourself and your teammates when it comes to that?
I mean, just really actually coming together as a team, like bonding better, and just, for myself, I've just been like working with the team. We got to get with the team because it's been like, it's a team thing that needs to happen. So,
what do you feel like your strengths have really been so far this season, and what are you still trying to continue to get better at?
Strengths at DB, no catches on me. Well, there's catches on me, but like no deep balls, no nothing. Defense is locked. Offense, I've been getting some yards, and that's what I want to do better on offense. But yeah, yes, sir.
It's a big week, obviously. It's Martinsburg for you guys. What have you been able to notice in film that really stands out to you, and what you're hoping to exploit to have your best game possible for you and the team?
Well, I'm not going to say too much, but, we've been watching film a lot, and we've been seeing what they do, and, it's a good year. It's a big year for us to go out here and beat Martinsburg, and I know we can. And we just been seeing what they're going to do and who they're going to use, and we know what we have to do. We just got to do our job 100% all time, all game.
Anything else, man?
No, sir.
Appreciate it as always. Best of luck. Now joined by Von Bell, the Martinsburg Bulldogs wide receiver and safety. Von, how's the season gone so far for you?
Pretty good.
What have you liked so far about this year for you?
That we got better over the games that we played.
Where do you feel like you guys have gotten better?
After the 2 losses, we got better ever since.
What have you guys been trying to work on to continue to get better so far this week?
Being better in practice.
How so?
Just working harder. We haven't been going 100%, but just, yeah.
What do you feel like some of your strengths are specifically?
Going harder and just focusing.
With it being your senior year, how do you want to be remembered?
Just making I just want to make a name for myself, yeah.
This week it's Jefferson. What are you looking forward to here in this game?
Just winning, coming over top. Just winning, being better than them.
What I guess is the most fun part of practice?
When we got energy every day.
How do you make sure everybody else has that same energy as you?
You can just tell when we're practicing. Some days we don't have no energy, but it gets better throughout the week. It gets better.
Is it ever tough for you to find that energy within yourself?
No, I bring it.
All right, anything else? Appreciate it. That was our player interviews brought to you by the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Call them today at 304-263-4343. Stop in, schedule an appointment at 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Back with more of the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show right after this. You're tuned into West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center at 800 Emmett Rouse Drive, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley Morgan County Health Department.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
The thing I'm most passionate about with my clients is that 95% of them that come to me, they've never been in trouble in their lives. They've got careers, promising futures, things that matter.
So thankfully, after it was all said and done, I had no DUI and I had no more stress facing me or my family.
When you're on the fence whether to hire a DUI attorney, I always say that you really cannot afford not to. My name is Harley Wagner. My law practice has been exclusively focused on driving under the influence cases throughout the state of West Virginia.
Might not be on down low. We welcome you back here to the final segment of the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. Apologies for our issues earlier here with getting to our player interviews during the pregame. Should all be squared away here now. Let's get into today's starting lineups. Brought to you by Bodwell Insurance Solutions, a local professional to help you with all your Medicare needs. Visit BodwellInsuranceSolutions.com or call them at 304-283-0864. First for Jefferson offensively at left tackle, it's number 66, Silas Speet. Left guard, number 67, Jonas Weiser. Center, it's number 63, Elijah Weaver. Right guard is number 62, Anthony Gautreau. And at right tackle, it's number 64, Kirk Waldeck II. Starting wide receivers for Jefferson, number 8, Trey Ledbetter. Number 2, Tony Allen Jr. Number 9, Carson Olerking. And number 6, Jaheim Gidney. Running backs, number 5, Takeem Drake. And quarterback tonight, number 4, Jackson Rockwell. Defensively, lined up front at defensive tackle, 19, Braylon Holmes. And number 64, Kirk Waldeck are the ends. And then again at tackle, it's number 66, Silas Speet. Linebackers, number 30, Leland Benner. Number 5, Takeem Drake. Number 16, Isaiah Kelly Simmons, and number 8, Trey Ledbetter. Your corners, number 6, Jaheim Gidney. Number 2, Tony Allen Jr. Free safety, number 4, Jackson Rockwell. Strong safety, number 20, Andy Roberts. Now for Martinsburg, offensively up front at tackle, it's number 54, Zion Reeves. Guard, number 59, Jeffrey Griffith. Center, number 55, Zaire Tugwell. Right guard, number 52, Kane Whipp. And at tackle, it's number 58, Jordan Kovacs. Wide receivers, starting for Martinsburg, you have number 1, Mason Wally. Number 2, Boston Todd. Number 5, Colby Walker. And number 11, Kaila Villa. At running back, it's number 8, Kevin Myers. And at quarterback, it is number 10, Brian Dick. Defensively, at tackle, it's number 59, Jeffrey Griffith. At ends, it's number 58, Jordan Kovacs. Number 15, Frankie Urias. Linebackers on the outside for Martinsburg. Number 0, Ty Ricketts, and number 11, Kaila Villa. Inside linebackers, number 3, Terrell Kilfield, number 6, Carson Knight. Corners for Martinsburg, number 1, Mason Wally, and number 20, Kingston McDonald Gibson. Safeties, number 2, Boston Todd, and number 5, Colby Walker. That is our starting lineups here for both teams. Let's now get our keys to the game, brought to you by CMA Chevy and Toyota of Martinsburg, all in one convenient location, 650 Foxcroft Avenue, Martinsburg, where owners just care more.
So for Jefferson, I think the key is going to be up front, in the trenches, offensive, defensive line, especially for offense for Jefferson. Are you going to be able to give Jackson Rockwell time to throw? Are you going to be able to give Takeem Drake lanes to run through? Against the Martinsburg defensive line, that's a pretty tough task. It always is for pretty much every team. For Martinsburg, it's going to be what it's been for this game, last game, game before, maybe the rest of the season. It's the penalties. They've had 35 penalties in just 4 games for 366 penalty yards. That's over 90 penalty yards per game on just about 9 penalties per game. And that was the only thing that held back Martinsburg last week at any sort of time. Now, they would get the 2nd and 30 and still convert it, but you'd rather not do that, and you're not going to do that every time. So that's the big problem for Martinsburg. See if they can get it fixed as the season goes on, or tonight.
Thank you, Dylan, for the keys of the game. Again, I'm Colin McLaughlin for Talk Radio WRNR TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. Alongside me is Dylan Bishop, on-site producers Donna Schaffner, camera crew tonight, Rodney Watcher, Jillian Ains, and Ethan Elliott. Back in the studio is Kyler High. Let's step aside and take one last 3-minute break as Martinsburg takes the field. And on the other side of that break, we'll have the coin toss as well as kickoff for tonight's game between Jefferson and Martinsburg. This is West Virginia High School Football on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. We're back in 3 minutes.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
When it comes to surgery, experience and innovation matter. At WVU Medicine, our board-certified surgeons use the latest robotic and minimally invasive techniques to provide better outcomes and faster recoveries. We offer a full range of procedures including advanced hernia repair, anti-reflux surgery, breast cancer surgery, colon resection, gallbladder removal, skin cancer, and lesion removal. Trust the region's leader in advanced surgical care. Call WVU Medicine Surgery today at 304-596-2150.
And that concludes today's pregame show.
We play every play like it's the most important play in the game.
Who let the dogs out? Coming up next, it's the starting lineups, opening kick, and play-by-play action of West Virginia high school football. Today's game is being brought to you by
W. Harley Miller Systems, Smallwood and Small Insurance Agency, Power, Beck, and Matzaref Law Offices, Senate Finance Chairman Jason Barrett, Hagerstown Ford, Fort Evans Archery, Rocks Local Markets, the Brown Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, the Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, personal injury attorneys, Cody's Auto Body, the Palace Lounge, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, the Berkeley County Health Department, Bodwell Insurance Solutions, Ameriprise Financial and the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, CMA Honda of Winchester, CMA Chevy and Toyota of Martinsburg, CMA Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg, Dignity Memorial Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery of Martinsburg, Floor Pools of Martinsburg, Hagerstown, and Chambersburg. And Next Level Auto Detailing.
And now, let's go back to the field and rejoin our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Back to Coburn Field at David M. Walker Stadium. The coin toss just concluded. It will be Martinsburg receiving the ball, defending our left end zone. Jefferson will kick off, defend the right end zone. Let's now get our intro of game officials, brought to you by Next Level Auto Detailing. They don't just detail, they redefine what your car can be. Book a service online at nextlevelautoWV.com. Next Level Care, long-term protection. Tonight, your referee is Mitch Shaw, umpire Randy Robinson, head linesman Jacob Long, line judge David Davis, field judge Danny Burdett, and side judge is Tony Outlaw here for this evening as both teams ready to go. Martinsburg has made its way out onto the field. They have their black helmets now with orange and white triple stripe across the middle and a Bulldog logo on the side. Orange jerseys with the black numbers outlined in white. White pants for Jefferson. It is the maroon helmet with the Cougars lettering on the side in a script, gold font outlined in white, the numbers on the other side of the helmet. All white uniforms for Jefferson with the maroon name on the front and Jefferson numbers on the front and back, also in maroon outlined in gold. Opening kick brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. Kicking off here for Jefferson is Antonio Roca Marty as he lines it up here. Back to return for the Bulldogs is Boston Todd and Kevin Myers. Jefferson's band playing us in here as the kick is end over end, short and caught on the far side at the 25-yard line by Boston Todd, who's trying to flip fields here to the near side, and he's going to get tackled right across the 25 around the 27-yard line or so as Gidney in on the tackle for Jefferson.
Good to see Brian Dick and the Martinsburg offense to start things out. See if they can continue the success that they've had the last two games, where it seems like they've felt a little more comfortable. Playbook getting a little deeper, going a little deeper into it.
1st and 10 for Martinsburg at the 28-yard line. Three receivers to far side, one to the near side. Dick takes the snap, and it's quarterback keeper all the way. He goes up the middle, bounces off a few tackles, and then will be tackled across the 30 around the 34-yard line, just shy of the 35, so a gain of 6 will make it 2nd down and 4.
And Martinsburg likes to go to that early in the game, prepare the team, prepare the defense for having to deal with the quarterback run, establish the tone early on.
Yeah, you can see Jefferson now with 4 down linemen kind of recognizing the possible run as Dick, though, drops back to pass, looking near side, chucks it deep, has Todd in stride, who catches it at the 30-yard line and steps out of bounds at the 28. 1st down, Bulldogs on the big ball deep.
38 yards on that first one. Beautiful deep ball from Brian Dick, and Boston Todd just being faster than his man on the outside.
Yeah, if he was able to stay in bounds, it would have been 6. 1st and 10 now at Jefferson's 28, and they go back to the QB power as Dick goes up the middle, gets it across the 25 and tackled around the 22-yard line here a minute into quarter number 1, just outside the red zone already. All other Bulldogs.
And that's 2 against 2 on that outside. Boston Todd guarded by Tony Allen Jr. Marquee matchup there.
Yeah, 2 of the best athletes out on the field right now. 3 receivers to the left, the one to the right being Todd. Dick in the shotgun formation with Myers now lined up to his left. He gets the snap, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, and he's going to lose yards on this play as Kirk Waldeck blows the play up for a loss of 1, making it 3rd and 5 now from the 23.
You don't see that much against Martinsburg. But on that play, Martinsburg is pulling multiple linemen towards that left side, and then Waldeck comes over from the right side and is able to have that gap to run through and break up the play.
2 receivers to each side of the formation now here on this 3rd and 5. And motion up front on Jefferson as Martinsburg gets him with the hard count, and that should move the chains and give the Bulldogs the first down with the encroachment penalty. And it does. Inside the red zone now, ball spotted at the 18-yard line for the Bulldogs.
And Martinsburg's good at getting yards on their own. You can't give them some free ones.
Again, 2 receivers each side of the formation. Dick takes the snap. It's low. He hands it off to his running back Myers, who shifts through the middle, bounces off a few tackles, and will be cut down just inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. That's enough for another Martinsburg first down, making it 1st and goal for the Bulldogs.
Not bad for a snap that Brian Dick had to pick up off the ground.
9.5 minutes remaining here in quarter number 1. Martinsburg with starting drive of the ball game. Dick hands it off to Myers again, who has a big hole up the middle, stiff arms the man, and goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Martinsburg. 9:20 to go in quarter number 1. It is Martinsburg 6, Jefferson nothing.
It already feels like we're seeing some development from Kevin Myers at running back game over game. Feels like he's getting a little more comfortable with when to hit the holes, being able to be elusive in those tight spaces. That was a good move there. Juked the guy out, a little stiff arm to boot, and got in the end zone.
You got to remember, he's only a sophomore. It's Page out to attempt the extra point. Snaps back, holds down. Kick is up, and the kick is good, making it 7-0 Martinsburg. Step aside, take a 1-minute break, then be back with more West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
There's a new seafood place in town. Get Rock's Crab Cake Sandwich with 70% real crab meat.
They're a hit. It's a race between Rock's delicious chicken sandwich and delicious burger to see which is best. And the winner is, get both.
It's the new normal. You live, work, and play everywhere. Whether it's the family car or the family business, you need insurance that keeps pace with your changing life. Home on the job or working from home, peace of mind comes from knowing your whole world is covered. No matter what happens or how big it grows, whatever your new normal, Erie Insurance's award-winning service and personal agents can keep pace. Call your local agent today or visit erieinsurance.com for a quote.
We welcome you back. Missed the kickoff, unfortunately. Our apologies. It was fair caught, though, at the 37-yard line by Jefferson's Andy Roberts. Let's get a scoring drive summary now for you, brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, Trusted Leadership, Real Solutions.
6 plays, 68 yards goes Martinsburg. Pretty easy fashion, 9-yard touchdown run by Kevin Myers.
So 1st and 10 for the Cougars, who now trail Martinsburg 7-0. Motion up front, no flags, though. So Rockwell now looks at his wristband. 3 receivers to the right of him, 1 to the near side here. Rockwell takes the snap. It's a speed option. He keeps it, and he can't pitch it to Keem Drake in front of him. He's going to be tackled for a loss of 4 on the play, making it 2nd down and 14.
Martinsburg breaking right through the line. Again, that's going to be, if Jefferson can get anything going on offense, it starts at the offensive line.
2nd and 13.
So 2nd down, 14 to go. Ball at the 34-yard line now. Again, same formation. 3 receivers to far side, 1 to the near side. Drake this time to the left of Rockwell in shotgun formation, standing at the 30. He gets the snap, dropping back. Quick little curl route. In and out of the hands of Euler King as he got blown up, which knocked the ball loose by Ricketts. And that makes it 3rd and 14. It's an early nominee for Cody's Auto Body Collision of the game.
Right, broken up pass. It could have really helped out Jefferson. Gotten them just a little closer for this 3rd down.
It's tough to bring that ball into your chest when from behind you're getting pads to the spine. 2 receivers to each side here on this 3rd and 14 for Jefferson and Rockwell. Gets the snap, rolls out to his right, scanning his options, now chucks it deep and overthrows Tony Allen Jr. It sails out of bounds, and it will be a 3 and out here on the first drive of the night for Jefferson. 8:29 to go here in quarter number 1. It is Martinsburg 7 and Jefferson nothing. Punt team comes out for the Cougars. Back to punt, it looks like, is Takeem Drake. Right now, back standing to return for Martinsburg is Boston Todd. Right now, he's standing at the 35-yard line. Drake gets the snap. Punt nearly blocked. It's a booming kick, though, that bounces at the 26. Will roll out of bounds at Martinsburg's 20-yard line, and that's where the Bulldogs get the ball back.
20-yard line. First down, 10.
Nothing doing for Jefferson. Just not enough time for Rockwell to do anything, for Drake to have any holes to run through. We'll see if they can figure some stuff out on their second drive. Martinsburg, on the other hand, had no problem moving the ball. We'll see if that continues.
3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. As Dick in shotgun formation will have Kevin Myers lined up to his left as we wait for the officials all to get in position. Our head referee blows the whistle to begin the play clock. Dick making sure everybody's set. Now gets the snap, drops back. It's a quick pass in the slot on the far side. Caught at the 25-yard line. I believe that was Boston Todd making the reception, and they say forward progress got him the 26-yard line, and that'll make it second down as 4 as Rockwell in with the tackle.
The speed of Boston Todd means you really got to watch out for him going over the top of you and running right by you, and that opens stuff up like those little 5-yard hitch routes.
3 receivers now here to the near side, 1 to the far side for Dick as he sends Myers out in motion, fakes a pass to him, and now somehow bounces off Kirk Waldeck, who blew that play up, and Dick just goes right up the middle after seeing the pocket collapse and gains about 2 or 3 yards on the play, making it 3rd and short. And it appears like he had his helmet come off, so he's going to have to take a play off unless Martinsburg wants to burn a timeout, and they're not going to. They're just going to trust Ty Ricketts to go out there, the backup QB, here for this 3rd and 3.
Yeah, it might only be about 2, but either way, I think you can trust Ricketts for a handoff or a run for himself.
So Ricketts trying to go with the hard count, doesn't get anybody to jump. Now looking here on the near sideline, getting the play called out. 10 seconds left on the play clock. He now motions Myers over to his right. Gets the snap, keeps it himself, and flags fly as the ball is snapped, and it's a false start called against Martinsburg. So that'll back them up 5 yards, making it 3rd down and 7 now. And that, though, does allow Brian Dick. No, he can't come back out onto the field, says our head referee.
Because there hasn't been a play that's happened.
Correct. He wanted to, but he was told to go back. Now we have whistles blowing. It looks like they had the ball mismarked, so they move it back another yard.
Maybe only a little half, but either way.
Martinsburg bunching everybody in. 2 receivers on each side, though. Just a few yards away from the line. Todd in motion. They fake a pitch to him, now rolling out and dumping it in the flat. It's caught in stride by Kevin Myers, and he has a 1st down and more across the 35 to the 40 and pushed out of bounds at the 44-yard line. So a gain of 25 on the play. 1st down, Martinsburg.
That's a nice play to call for your backup quarterback while he has to take a snap. Some motion, misdirection, fake the toss. Allows Kevin Myers to roll to the flat. Wide open.
1st down. Dick now back in at quarterback. Again, 2 receivers to each side. Todd in motion. It's a jet sweep for him from left to right. He's still in the backfield trying to make a few men miss and follow his blocks. He cuts back in and just lunges forward. Gains about 3 yards on the play, getting it to the 48-yard line, making it 2nd down and 7.
He kind of rolled over top of a defender. Might have even, I think in the end, it ends up 4 yards. I think he got an extra 2 yards out of falling on top of the Jefferson defender.
I think you're correct, yeah. They say it's 2nd and 6 on the scoreboard, so we'll go with it. Todd in motion now from right to left. Dick takes the snap, hands it off to Myers, up the middle and across the 50 to the 45. 1st down Martinsburg as he gets it to the 44-yard line of Jefferson. Line making those holes so far looking pretty good.
Yeah, and part of that also is the motion from Boston Todd. Those linebackers and safeties have to account for Todd as he comes in motion. You got to watch out for a screen or swing pass, and meanwhile it's just a run up the middle.
2 receivers to each side again for Dick. Man in motion being Todd again from right to left. Ball snapped back. It's on the ground. Dick picks it up. Now it is that wide receiver screen to Todd, and Todd hurdles over a tackler diving for his feet and then gets tripped up by Rockwell on the far side at the 38-yard line. They say he got to, making it 2nd down and 4. Actually, 2nd and 3, sorry.
I got to get these snaps under control. That's the 2nd or 3rd one that's been at the ankles of Brian Dick.
Dick making sure everybody's set. Another fake jet sweep this time. Dick keeps it himself, goes to the left side of the line. And now a pile forms up. They're trying to push back and forth. Whistle blows as his forward progress was stopped. And again, his helmet came off. So once again here this drive, Brian Dick going to have to come off for a play. It is 3rd and inches, though. Unless they're giving him the 1st down. It does look like they're actually giving him the 1st down. So 1st and 10, Martinsburg.
1st and 10, Martinsburg at the 33-yard.
Where the sticks initially were, it looked like he was half a yard short, but they were still trying to get into the correct spot.
Yeah, tighten that chin strap up there, Brian.
It's 1st and 10 at the 33. Ricketts handles a low snap, hands it off to Cofield, and Cofield bounces through the middle and gets it to the 25-yard line.
There we go. Last 2 games, we've only seen Cofield take carries at the goal line. Makes a nice run there to just bruise his way over people.
2nd down and 2 now after the 8-yard run by Cofield. Dick comes back in at quarterback. Ricketts going to stay out there as a wide receiver. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. You got 5 minutes left here in the 1st quarter. It's Martinsburg 7 and Jefferson nothing. Dick gets the snap, waiting for some blockers, now bounces it to the far side, doesn't have much help as he dives forward trying to get the 1st down, and he is stopped a yard shy, making it 3rd and 1 at the 24-yard line.
Better job from Jefferson on that play than they have done at containing the run. The 9-play drive, Jefferson's at least contained the explosive plays.
Whistles blow now as the head referee wants to go over and talk to a few others. Now the message being relayed to Craig Hunter, the head coach of Jefferson. Everything seems to be good. Again, 3rd and 1 here at the 24-yard line of Jefferson for Martinsburg's offense. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Dick in shotgun formation, gets the snap, runs it right up the middle, has a big hole. Tries to get to the 2nd level, and eventually gets stopped inside the 15 at around the 14-yard line. So a carry for 10 yards makes it 1st down Martinsburg.
And Brian Dick has really impressed. His first 2 carries went for 6 yards, and the ones in between have been contained for the most part, but there's a 10-yarder.
Some substitutions for both sides now, as we see 2 receivers to each side for Dick. Myers back in at running back to his left. He's already got a touchdown tonight. Dick now wants him on the right side. Puts him back in motion. It's a swing pass, and Myers drops it. Falls incomplete. That makes it 2nd and 10. First quarter brought to you by W. Harley Miller Systems, providing custom integration services like home and office automation, home theater networking, audio, video distribution, and more. Call 304-350-1931 or visit WHMsystems.com. First quarter also brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com. 3:37 left here in quarter number one. It is Martinsburg 7, Jefferson nothing. Second and 10 for Martinsburg at Jefferson's 14-yard line. It's a jet toss from left to right from Dick to Todd. Todd now reversing fields to the far side, has one man to beat, jukes him, trying to cut back up the middle. Dancing around is Todd. There is a flag down behind the 10-yard line as Todd finally brought down at the 6-yard line. But that lengthy play with the flag makes you feel like there was probably a holding somewhere out there against Martinsburg.
It's hard to block for that long without committing a holding penalty, so we can maybe give Martinsburg a little bit of a break on this one, especially with a play cutting across the field. But we'll see if they surprise us with something else. Face man. Or no holding. Okay.
Yep, it's a holding penalty against Martinsburg. And that now puts them outside the red zone. Ball spotted at Jefferson's, I believe, 23-yard line, it looks like, down below.
Second and 10 at the 14.
Two receivers to each side. They send Todd in motion from right to left. It's a motion screen pass to him. He catches it on the far side and will tiptoe his way down the sideline, go into the end zone, but it's going to get called back as another flag at the 16-yard line is going to bring this one back. And here we go again, Martinsburg. Penalties. It's been the issue. It continues to be the issue here tonight so far.
I have to think that was one of the wide receivers. You know, your wide receivers aren't as used to blocking for a long period of time. I mean, that was not well defended at all by Jefferson, though. It felt like there was no urgency to go out there to get to Boston Todd. But now, here you go. Second and 25, so it must have been 5 yards down the field, 10 yards from the spot.
Yep, so the ball now at the 27-yard line, making it second, and I believe 21 to go. Dick takes the snap, keeps it himself. Now Shovel passes it on the far side for a completion to Todd in front of him. Todd able to get it to around the 20-yard line. It looks like they say his knee went down at the 21, so a gain of 6 makes it third down.
Oh, now you're in a bit of a tough spot. Third down. Long way from the end zone.
Cofield comes in at running back now.
Got to get to the 4 for a first down.
Two receivers stacked, one on top of the other, each side of the line. Dick in shotgun formation as Cofield to his left. Sends Todd in motion from right to left as Dick gets the snap, pump fakes, now looking downfield, rolls to his right. And he's going to keep it himself, just lower his shoulder and go right into somebody setting the edge for Jefferson. I believe that was Jaheim Gidney kind of playing possibly that was actually Ledbetter, not Gidney, playing a spy there. And that makes it fourth down at Jefferson's 18-yard line as Cody Page comes out to attempt a field goal, and it will be of 35 yards from the right hash.
I've only seen Cody Page kick extra points so far.
The kick is up. It looks good. And it is right down the middle, making it Martinsburg 10, Jefferson nothing, 1:23 to go here in quarter number one. We'll step aside, take a 1-minute break, then be back with more West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Beck and Surf Law Offices. 50 years experience. No fees unless we collect money for you. Always here to help you. Any questions? lawpbm.com.
Mark Q's Plumbing and HVAC is here to solve your plumbing and heating problems while meeting your renovation needs. Now serving Berkeley, Jefferson, Hampshire, and Mineral counties. We're a family-owned and operated company that's fully licensed and insured. We can do kitchen and bathroom upgrades and remodels, plumbing, HVAC and light excavation, well pumps, water heaters, and drain clearing. Call 304-620-8013. Mark's Q's Plumbing and HVAC. We look forward to working with you.
We welcome you back here as we had a premature kickoff. So they're getting the ball back to Cody Page now. 10-0, Martinsburg leads Jefferson with 1:23 left in quarter number 1. Score update from the other side of town. 7-0, Morgantown now leads Spring Mills after a pick 6 by Twig for the Mohegans. Here's the kick. It's a short end-over-end kick on the far side that is going to roll out of bounds. So the illegal kick will give Jefferson great field position to start the drive. And before we do so, let's get a scoring drive summary brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, Trusted Leadership, Real Solutions.
And Martinsburg doesn't get all the way down the field, gets 60 yards down the field in 14 plays. A 14-play drive that ends in a field goal. You don't see that very often. Maybe from the Naval Academy and Army sometimes, but that's about it. And Martinsburg now leads 10-0 after the 35-yard field goal by Cody Page.
So Jefferson will have the ball at the 35-yard line after the illegal kick, as we see Rockwell out at quarterback with 3 receivers on the far side, 1 to the near side. And his tailback to the right side of him. Gets the snap, hands it off to his running back. Space here on the outside, makes one man miss, and gets it to the 45-yard line, and will finally be brought down there, as that was Ledbetter on the carry, and that is a first down for the Cougars.
How about that? Getting it to the outside with Trayvon Ledbetter. And Martinsburg just couldn't hold the edge that time. And a nice job by Ledbetter to bounce it to the outside.
Yeah, I was getting a little bit confused there who number 0 was. I was told he was wearing 8 tonight.
I saw that too.
But he's wearing 0, which is what they had on the roster, number 0. But in the starters that I was sent, he was listed as number 8.
Well, now we know.
So we're going with number 0 tonight. It's a fake handoff. Rockwell keeps it himself, and he's going to get tackled for a loss of 1 by the defensive line of the Bulldogs. We'll see if Jefferson decides to get one more play in here in the first quarter, as there is 20 seconds left with the clock rolling, or if they decide just to let this quarter go to an end. And
looks like they will.
It looks like they're going to let the quarter go to an end as everybody making their way to that far sideline. Martinsburg starts heading here to the near sideline. 10-0. Martinsburg leads Jefferson after 1 quarter of play. We'll step aside, take a 1-minute break, then be back with quarter number 2 here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
What's up, everybody? Tyson Bajan here. The greatest asset for a professional quarterback is a receiver with good hands. At Next Level Auto Detailing, your vehicle is in good hands. We offer basic detailing packages, ceramic coatings, any restoration service for your vehicle, you name it, we do it. Call us at 703-786-6250 to take your vehicle to the next level. Let's go!
You have choices when it comes to appliance repair, but before you call a large corporate chain, consider what BW Appliance brings to the table. BW Appliance Repair offers fast in-home appliance repair services to the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia, including Jefferson County and Berkeley County. We strive for professionalism, dedication, and honesty. Call us today at 304-279-8858 to schedule immediate service. You can also visit us online at bwappliance.repair.
Welcome back here to Coburn Field at David M. Walker Stadium. Jefferson with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They have a second down and 11 at the 44-yard line for the Cougars. 3 receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far side for Rockwell. Take the snap, takes a 1-step drop, scanning his options as a man open here on the near side. He bobbles it, but eventually gathers it in at the 49-yard line of Martinsburg, as that is Leland Benner on the completion, making it 3rd down and 4.
I feel like we don't see too many tight end targets in the EPAC, but Benner had gotten himself open on the opposite side of the field from, I think, where a lot of the action was unfolding there. Main route concept. It's a good read by Rockwell.
So we'll see what they can do here, trying to move those chains with this 3rd and 4 at Martinsburg's 49. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Now they send the tight end in motion. It's a handoff to Ledbetter, who has a big hole up the middle and gets into the secondary, finally being tackled at the 41-yard line, and that's enough for a Jefferson first down as he exploded out of the backfield.
Yeah, and again, on the other side there, Benner, I like some of the misdirection they use, having Benner move across the formation left to right, and then at the snap, so the inside split zone block the other way.
So they go with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left now. Here on this 1st and 10. Again, they send Benner in motion. Gets the snap. It's another handoff up the middle, and this time coming in on it from the linebacker position is Colby Walker, and he's able to cut Benner down for a gain of only 2, making it 2nd and 8.
A reason you can use the motion like that and kind of just have a guy maybe move a couple steps down the line is because a lot of times defensive linemen and linebackers are going off of the gaps, like where the blockers are. And if you change that picture right before the snap, it can throw off the defensive linemen and linebackers on which gaps they're supposed to fill. So this is effective offense from Jefferson.
2nd down and 8 here at the 39-yard line. Tony Allen in motion. Rockwell was looking for him. Now he scrambles to the right, checking downfield, trying to extend the play, and he just has to throw it away, and that is a smart job by him. Martinsburg wanting the flag, saying that it should be intentional grounding. Is that ball very close to getting back to the line of scrimmage, but I'm not 100% positive it did. And it looks like it will be an intentional grounding as the flag has come out.
I was waiting for it. I was kind of up in the air on whether they would throw it.
It was close.
I get it. Yeah, I think that's probably the right call.
So a loss of downs, and it looks like they will back the ball up to the 49-yard line as well. No, even farther back. The flag was at the 49, but a 5-yard penalty from there, I should have remembered, makes it 3rd and long from Jefferson's 46.
Well, ends up a 15-yard penalty, pretty much. So it was a 3rd and manageably long, turns into about 3rd and a country mile, just about.
Yeah, they have to get it to the 31 of Martinsburg. 2 receivers to each side for Rockwell. Gets the snap, dropping back the pass, steps up now, and has a man underneath and sails it over him. Nowhere close to Ricardo Lewis, who had to jump all the way up for it, and he's already 6'2".
The pressure comes in and throws off Rockwell. He starts to run, and then he sees his man, and because that sort of pressure clock in your head as the quarterback's already going, he's still trying to run away from pressure, and that's what makes him throw this over the head of the receiver. Doesn't have his feet set.
For those maybe that missed the pregame show, Jackson Rockwell, not the traditional quarterback for Jefferson. He's listed as a wide receiver, but getting the start tonight after the 0-3 start and only scoring a touchdown so far this season are the Cougars, as the punt is away. It's another big booming punt by Drake. Goes to the far side, bounces at the 20, takes a great roll inside the 10, still rolling inside the 5 and downs at the 4.5-yard line. Great punt by Takeem Drake.
Right at the sideline too. A lot of those will just bounce out.
Anything better.
A lot of those just bounce out of bounds, but
That was for the brand right there, as Pat McAfee would say.
There you go.
It's 9:43 left here in quarter number 2. It's Martinsburg 10, Jefferson nothing. Martinsburg with the ball now at its 4-yard line.
They'll have to go 96 yards to get in the end zone this time.
3 receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far side for Dick. Gets the snap. Hands it off to Myers, and Myers goes up the middle, had 1 man to beat, but couldn't juke past him across the 10 and tackled at the 11-yard line. Now it looks like we're going to have to pause here as we have a few Jefferson players down in the end zone. So we'll step aside for the injury timeout and take a 30-second break. No, maybe not. He's already up on his feet, so we'll see if they have the teams come back out unless there was a timeout called as well that we missed. And I don't think that's the case. So let's keep things here as they're going to have the players come back out since the injury wasn't as serious as it initially looked. So it will be 2nd down and 3 at the 11-yard line for Martinsburg. Again, 3 receivers from the near side, 1 to the far side. You note 2 of the 3 here on the near side standing at the 10, stacked one on top of the other. And the other in the slot, being Todd as Dick keeps it himself. Goes up the middle, follows his blockers to the left side of the line, and gets just past first down marker to move the chains for the Bulldogs.
They haven't moved them yet, but it is right where the marker was.
They now start moving them.
Yep, there it is.
First down Martinsburg at the 14. He needed 3. He got 3.5.
Yep. I'm impressed by the carries from Kevin Myers so far, and it looks like Kingston McDonald Gibson is the running back in the backfield right now, though.
Yep. 2 receivers to each side for Dick. McDonald Gibson to his left. We've seen some explosive runs for him the past few weeks, but this is looking like a pass, but now it's a quarterback draw as Dick goes up the middle, still bounces off a few tackles, and now will be fallen forward by the tackler across the 30 to the 33-yard line as dragging him down was Ledbetter. First down Bulldogs yet again as Brian Dick continues to just wear down this Jefferson defense.
18-yard run. A lot of carries for Brian Dick in this first half. We saw that was usually a thing against the top-tier opponents, and you can tell that this means Martinsburg respects the defense of Jefferson.
Dick now drops back to pass. It's a tunnel screen caught here by Velo on the near side. He has a great block in front of him now, trying to cut back in towards the middle, but from behind going to be tackled by Roberts at the 49-yard line of Martinsburg. But it's another first down for the Bulldogs.
Enough times that Martinsburg hadn't gone to screens except for some swing out screens to Boston Todd. Finally got him.
1st and 10 at the 49, 2 receivers to each side now for Brian Dick. He's got McDonald Gibson to his left again. It's a handoff now to Kingston. Kingston follows the block on the right side of the line, goes through it across the 50, and will be tackled at the 47-yard line, making it 2nd down and 6. 7:35 to go. Clock rolling here in quarter number 2. It's Martinsburg 10, Jefferson nothing.
Strong drive from Martinsburg so far, but Jefferson was able to contain the Bulldogs to 3 points for the first time on any drive this season for the Bulldogs. It's either been touchdown or nothing for Martinsburg outside of that last drive.
After this play, I'll get you a scoring update from Morgantown Spring Mills as Dick takes the handoff and gives it to McDonald Gibson, who goes right up the middle and off to the races. And at the last second, who else but Tony Allen Jr. catching him from behind at the 5-yard line. 2 quickest guys out there, and Tony Allen Jr. was just quick enough to save it from being a touchdown for Martinsburg. But now it's 1st and goal at the 5. Morgantown just scored on an 18-yard touchdown run by Isaiah Thompson to make it 14-0 Mohegans. here against Spring Mills. Back here, though, timeout taken by Jefferson. We'll take a 30-second break with them, then be back with more here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 30.
Hello, I'm Amy Orndorff from Berkeley Senior Services, and we have an urgent need for direct care workers and home health aides. These part-time, in-home paid positions include a $500 signing bonus, flexible scheduling, and no mandated weekends or holidays. No experience is necessary and paid training is provided, but you must have your own transportation and a valid driver's license. Work as many hours as you like around your own schedule. To apply, go to berkeleyseniorservices.org.
We welcome you back. Timeouts are brought to you by the Larry DeMarco team of Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Call them 304-262-4222 or visit them online at modernrealtyresults.com. First and goal from the 5 now for Martinsburg, who leads Jefferson 10-0. As Martinsburg brings out the heavy package, and under center will be backup quarterback Ty Ricketts.
Power I.
Yeah, Dick is the running back, but they hand it off to the fullback, Terrell Cofield, who goes up the middle, stopped at the 1, extends out, and gets in for the Martinsburg touchdown. 6:52 to go here in quarter number 2. It is now Martinsburg 16, Jefferson nothing.
Well, if Cofield hadn't gotten that carry in the first quarter, he could have extended his streak of his last 4 carries being touchdowns. Now it's 4 out of 5 instead. I will say that big run by Kingston McDonald Gibson, he only had a 4-yarder right before that, which dropped his 34-yard per carry average down to 29, and then he jumped it right back up to 30.8.
Kicks up and good, but flags first, and it looks like it's a false start against Martinsburg. So take that extra point off the board for now and back up the Bulldogs 5 yards.
So on the season, that puts Kingston McDonald Gibson at 216 rushing yards on a whole 7 carries. Some guys don't get to 200 yards in a whole season.
So now Page lining up the extra point and motion up front this time against Jefferson. Kick was up and good. See if they allow it to be declined or if they have to take the penalty again and re-kick for a 3rd time, and it looks like that will be the case.
Yeah, McDonald Gibson had 210 yards on 70 carries, let alone 7. At that point, I'd be concerned. It's only 3 yards a carry, but, it's only starting to get bad at that point. You could be like 40, 50, that many. But no, he only needs 7.
So they respot the ball here. The usual spot now for an extra point after the false start and then the encroachment. So Cody Page back to attempt another PAT. And it's a fake. Dick goes up the middle for the 2-point conversion, making it 18-0 Martinsburg. Step aside, take a 1-minute break, then be back with more West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 1 minute.
When it comes to providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee owned. That makes us neighbors. And good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg, owners just care more about you.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
We are back here live at Coburn Field at David M. Walker Stadium. 18-0 Martinsburg now leads Jefferson with 6:52 remaining here in quarter number 2 as Cody Page is to put the ball back on the kicking tee as it fell off while he was stepping back to get ready to kick this one away. Standing back to return is Gidney and Allen Jr. for Jefferson, and it's a short kick caught by Gideon, bobbling it, picking it up at the 19, and he's going to be tackled just a few paces after picking that ball up at the 19-yard line of Jefferson, and now flags fly late as there's some jawing back and forth here around the 25, and that's going to need to get broken up. And while we do that and wait for the penalty to be announced and assessed, let's get our scoring drive summary, please, Dylan. Brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, Trusted Leadership, Real Solutions.
Martinsburg went 96 yards for that touchdown and only took 7 plays after their field goal drive took 14, and ends with the 5-yard touchdown run by Cofield.
So waiting to see here what the call is. Looks like it's a personal foul against Jefferson.
I think it was against Ryan Wendt, who was the quarterback and is out on the special teams. That's who.
Yeah, it's on 11, so I think you're correct.
Yeah. That's who had to be separated from the Martinsburg players, at least.
So 1st and 10 now from the 9-yard line. So that's where Jefferson will begin this drive. 2 receivers to each side for Rockwell. Running back to his right. Man in motion from left to right as he gets the snap, and he wasn't ready for it, and that's going to be a false start called against Jefferson. Backing him up even more.
Shadow of your own end zone. Now Rockwell is going to literally be taking the snap while standing in the end zone. It's a lot. It can be intimidating when you're all the way back there, worrying about a safety.
1st and 15 now from the 4-yard line for Rockwell as they bring back in their tight end, Leland Benner, to help blocking on the right side of the line. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. He gets the snap, hands it off, and that's going to get blown up. And is it a safety? No, they say just getting out of the end zone with running back Trey Ledbetter. It's forward progress to the 1-yard line, but it's a loss of 3 on the play, making it 2nd down and 19, and Jefferson's going to take a timeout here. We'll take it with him, a 30-second break, and then we'll be back with more West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10 back in 30 seconds.
Remember all the sports we played when we were kids? Oh yeah, swimming, tennis, basketball, football, soccer, track. I loved winning. I still do. Our competitive spirit is still going strong. But now we use it to win for our clients. If you've been hurt in almost heaven, call the Sevens, 304-777-7777.
SkinnerWins.com.
We welcome you back here in quarter number 2, 6:27 left on the clock. Martinsburg 18, Jefferson nothing. Jefferson with a 2nd down and 19 at its 1-yard line now. It's going to be tough. The defense for Martinsburg looks spectacular here tonight, and Jefferson's offense just has continued to sputter so far all season long. Been the theme for them. They've only scored 7 points so far.
Yeah, it seems like Martinsburg's defense at most needs a drive to figure it out. First 2 carries from Ledbetter went for 10 and 8. Not so good since then.
Rockwell in the gun, takes the snap, dropping back the pass. He's going to chuck it deep on the far side for Tony Allen. Some hand fighting forces Allen to the ground as flags fly. And it looks like that's going to be PI against Martinsburg as Mason Wally in coverage just got a little too physical with Tony Allen Jr.
And I think that's a bit of a lucky break. I think that's an instance of an underthrow from the quarterback kind of causing the pass interference by having the wide receiver slow down and the corner still going full speed and running into him.
You'll take it. That makes you, or gives you 15 yards and gets you out of that shadow your own end zone.
It's the Joe Flacco to Torrey Smith special.
It's a 15-yard penalty. It stays 2nd down, but now it's 2nd down and 4. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 here to the near side for Rockwell. Tight end to the left side of the line as he gets the snap, dropping back the pass. Now chucks it deep here on the near side. Drake dives out for it, And it goes in and out of the hands of Takeem Drake as he hits the turf.
Oh, it would have been an awesome catch. We got it into the hands, and then I think the contact with the ground popped it out.
That'll make it 3rd down and 4 for Jefferson.
I like Jefferson trying to take a shot there.
Back-to-back plays trying to take a shot.
Moonball offense. Russell Wilson. That's all he's got left these days.
You got to figure something out. As we said, you've only scored 7 points all season, now through almost 3.5 games played.
Martinsburg's giving it to you with no safety help.
Go with the handoff here. And can he get the first down on the far side? It's going to be close here for Trey Ledbetter. And he did. They go with the outside zone for Ledbetter. He's able just to get past that first down stick on the far side at the 21-yard line. No, it actually looks like they gave him the 22, so he got it by 2 yards.
First down 10 at the 22.
First down, Jefferson at its 22-yard line. It's another run up the middle this time to the 26-yard line goes Ledbetter. It's Colby Walker with the tackle.
So it seems like Jefferson decided to switch things up from what they had been doing, because Ledbetter is listed as a wide receiver on our depth chart, Takeem Drake as a running back, and they've flip-flopped them. And it's looked good.
It has.
Ledbetter has looked really good at running back.
2nd and 6 here. It's another handoff to Ledbetter. Goes up the middle, just past the line, lunges forward, just shy of the 30 to the 29-yard line. That'll make it 3rd down and short.
Jefferson went back to the well of bringing Benner across the line of scrimmage and then having him block across back where he just came from.
So 3rd and 2. Martinsburg stacking that box, showing that they're going to bring the blitz possibly here as Jefferson recognizes it, now changing the play up. 2 receivers on the far side, 1 to the near side. Tight end on the right side of the line. So Rockwell now motions Ledbetter to his left and shifts the tight end over to the left. It's another handoff for Ledbetter up the middle, and he gets the first down by a yard across the 30 to about the 32 or 33-yard line.
It's the same play they just ran. And it's gotten them a solid 3-ish yards each time.
So 4:35 clock rolling here in the second quarter. Martinsburg 18, Jefferson nothing. 1st and 10, Jefferson at his 33-yard line. Moving the ball well, but slowly here this drive so far.
Yeah, trying to just matriculate the ball down the field. I don't know how long you can do that against Martinsburg.
Rockwell takes the snap, dropping back to pass, steps up in the pocket, and that should be a flag. It was a quick slant for Ledbetter up the middle, and he got tackled while the ball was in midair.
Yeah, that's a miss.
That is not a good call, or not a good missed call.
Yeah, no, that's pass interference.
Yeah. But instead, it's 2nd and 10. So Martinsburg gets away with one there. Jefferson flipping the formation. 2 receivers on the far side, 1 to the near side.
It's been a rough half for Rockwell when he has to pass the ball. 1 completion, 1 for 6.
It's a read option quarterback keeper, and Rockwell goes nowhere. Might have gotten about a yard, it looks like, to the 29-yard line. That makes it 3rd down.
And in a continuation of my point, it's been a rough time when he keeps the ball as well. It's a 2nd carry, and he has totaled 1 yard.
3:40 to go here before halftime. It is 3rd down and 9 for Jefferson. 2 receivers to each side now for Rockwell. He's in shotgun formation with Takeem Drake to his right. 10 seconds left here on the play clock. Rockwell still getting set. Gets the snap. Drops back to pass. Rolls out to his right, and he's going to take off here on the near side, and he's going to get tackled by Walker at the 39-yard line, and that'll make it 4th down.
4th and about 4 from your own 39. In this situation, looks like they're going to call a timeout to talk it over, but I would probably go for it here.
Let's take a 30-second break with this timeout, then we'll be back with more West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Back out of the timeout. Quarter number 2 is brought to you by Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, Robert Fields & Sons, family-owned full-service funeral home, proudly serving the area since 1880, as well as Parsons Ford at Martinsburg, located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons. 3:16 left in the second quarter. Martinsburg 18, Jefferson nothing is our score here at Martinsburg. 4th down for Jefferson. 4 to go, and out of the timeout, it looks like the offense is going to come back out on the field, and the Cougars are planning to go for it here on their side of the field at the 39-yard line. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. They send Allen in motion from right to left. Snap back to Rockwell, rolling to his left, looking downfield. Floats a pass to the far sideline, and it's going to hit the corner in the back, as that was intended for Tony Allen Jr. It goes incomplete. Turnover on downs, and Martinsburg will bring the offense back out with a 1st and 10 at Jefferson's 39.
Great coverage by Wally. That's about as great as you can do without turning around to the ball. If that pass floats in the air for another half second, and maybe he makes contact too early, and that's an easy pass interference call. But right on target, right on time. Good coverage.
Got some sort of delay here. It looks like that's now over. Martinsburg. There's 3 receivers here to the near side. No receivers out wide on the far side of the field as Dick gets a snap. We'll run it here to the near side. Has some blockers in front of him. Goes across the 30. Tiptoes down the sideline before being pushed out of bounds around the 25-yard line. It looks like they say the 24-yard line to be exact. 1st down, Bulldogs.
He's gaining power as the game goes on, Colin. He's at double-digit yards on 3 of his last 5 carries as Brian Dick.
Now they'll flip the formation around, so 3 receivers to the right. This time they bring Boston Todd as a receiver all alone here on the near side. Myers in at running back to the right side of Dick in shotgun formation. I'll get the snap. Hand it off to Myers, who goes up the gut. Now bounces it to the near side at the 15, following his blockers, getting it inside of the 10 before being tackled from behind at the 10-yard line. Another 1st down for the Bulldogs.
Great patience from Kevin Myers to let his blocks develop. A little bit of shiftiness as he needed it. And Myers has been great so far. He hasn't had a carry of less than 7 yards.
2:40 left here in quarter number 2. Clock ticking down. 3 receivers to the right again. 1 here to the left for Dick. 1st and goal at the 10. Dick now motions Myers to his right. Gets the snap from Tugwell. Hands it off to Myers. Myers goes up the middle, now cuts to the right, and will be tackled at the 5-yard line as chasing him down was Andy Roberts, and that makes it 2nd and goal from the 5.
Well, broke that streak as soon as I talked about it. That was a 5-yard gain, but it is 51 yards on just 6 carries for Myers so far.
Martinsburg taking its time here, getting the play out.
No need to let Jefferson have time.
Under 2 minutes left here in quarter number 2. Steck gets the snap, rolling to his right, keeping himself as a great hole. Now goes for the end zone and into the end zone. Touchdown, Martinsburg. Minute 44 left here in quarter number 2. The Bulldogs extend the lead out now to 24-0 over Jefferson.
The offensive line of Martinsburg just dominated that drive. It's only 4 plays, but all 4 times. The holes that Brian Dick and Kevin Myers had to run through were gigantic. Great job by both of them to let those blocks develop, too. Not get too far ahead of themselves. Easy scoring drive for Martinsburg.
Extra point kick is up by Page and good, making it 25-0 Martinsburg. Step aside, take a 1-minute break, then be back with more West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 back in 1 minute.
Fort Evans Archery of Inwood is your local full-service archery pro shop with sales and setup, maintenance, repairs, and sight-ins. Fort Evans Archery is a full-stocking dealer for all your favorites like Hoyt, Matthews, Elite, Bowtech, Mission, and Bear, with crossbows from Raven, 10-point, Barnett, and Excalibur. And Fort Evans Archery has a sight range out to 60 yards. Fort Evans Archery, 998 Arden-Nullville Road, Suite 2, Inwood, open Tuesday to Friday, 10 a.m. until 6, Saturdays 9:30 to 4. FortEvansArchery.com. If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center at 800 Emmett Rouse Drive, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley-Morgan County Health Department.
Back here live on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. Martinsburg up 25-0 here against Jefferson as Cody Page on to kickoff with 1:44 left in the second quarter. It's a onside kick. Did it go 10 yards before being scooped up? It looked like it did. A great onside kick here by Martinsburg, recovered by Bulldogs' Keon Reidenauer, the third-string quarterback that we've seen here over the past few weeks. Martinsburg gets the ball back at the 49-yard line of Jefferson. Quickly, let's get a scoring drive summary brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, Trusted Leadership, Real Solutions.
Martinsburg only took 4 plays to go 39 yards and score that last touchdown, running from 5 yards out by Brian Dick. Now, here they are, onside kick. Get the ball right back. Could actually hear in the next room Jefferson coaches calling that out before it happened, just by the way Martinsburg lined up.
3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side is how they'll line up here with this 1st and 10 as Dick gets the snap, dropping back. The pass looking deep, has man underneath though. Catching it in stride as Rick hits on the out route, and he's going to slip up. And now we have a flag way in the backfield as it looks like somehow, some way, Jeffrey Griffith lost his helmet.
Well, Ryan Wendt is pleading with the white hat. I don't know if this is going to go Jefferson's way. There's some sort of face mask, hands to the face, added on to the end of this.
I mean, the flag is 15 yards behind the play.
Yeah. And I got to say, Brian Dick had Boston Todd wide open, streaking towards the end zone. Maybe not wide open, but like at least a step and a half on his corner. Didn't see him.
Yeah, I think that's what they're talking about now here as Coach Walker talking with the white hat. And now they're going to go talk with Coach Hunter, who's patiently waiting on his sideline to the far side of us.
Looks like they're taking this ball back pretty. Okay, they're just counting out steps here.
And it is a face mask penalty against Jefferson.
That puts it on the 34. Yeah.
It looks like 1st and 10 at the 34 for Martinsburg.
Maybe they had the talk out with Martinsburg, whether or not that play gained 15 yards, which one they would rather have.
.139 left here in the second quarter. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left here for Dick. Gets a snap, dropping back the pass, steps up in the pocket, chucks it deep in the middle of the field. Jump ball! Does Todd have it? No. It was a 50-50 ball between him and Tony Allen Jr., and Allen Jr. broke it up, and now Boston Todd not getting up in the end zone right now, and that is not a good sign to see.
No,
for
not
Martinsburg
at all.
See, does not appear to be in good spirits. We're going to step aside and take a 30-second break here with the injury timeout, and then we'll be back with more West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 back in 30 seconds.
The thing I'm most passionate about with my clients is that 95% of them that come to me, they've never been in trouble in their lives. They've got careers, promising futures, things that matter.
So thankfully, after it was all said and done, I had no DUI and I had no more stress facing me or my family.
When you're on the fence whether to hire a DUI attorney, I always say that you really cannot afford not to. My name is Harley Wagner. My law practice has been exclusively focused on driving under the influence cases throughout the state of West Virginia.
Welcome back to Coburn Field at David M. Walker Stadium. Boston Todd being helped up now here at the goal line after kind of just having Tony Allen Jr., while breaking up the pass, land on top of him once the play was done. He is up on his feet, walking under his own power. That's obviously good to see. Minute 33 left here in the second quarter. It is Martinsburg 25 and Jefferson 0. Second down, 10 to go for Martinsburg at Jefferson's 34-yard line. Two receivers to each side is the formation here with Brian Dick in shotgun formation. And a running back to his left, I believe that is Kingston McDonald Gibson. It's Dick, goes back. Screen pass here on the near side, caught by Irving. Irving tries to make one man miss, but can't do so as he's going to be wrapped up by Andy Roberts. His forward progress, though, got him inside the 30 to the 29-yard line, so a gain of 5 will make it third down and 5.
That play where Boston Todd got hurt, we mentioned the play before. I'll get to the point after this play, not enough time.
He's back out there, though.
That's good.
So that's good to see in the slot on the right side. Snap back to Dick. It's a handoff to McDonald Gibson, and he's going to be tackled just shy of getting a first down by about a yard or two, and Martinsburg's going to use a timeout with 50 seconds left here in the second quarter. Let's keep things here and let you get to your point, Dylan.
So we made a point that it looked like Boston Todd could have been streaking towards the end zone open for a touchdown if Brian Dick had saw him. It looked like Brian Dick had gotten a coaching point that might have been related to that from the sideline, maybe even noticed it himself. But on that very next play, Brian Dick, you can see a little bit of inexperience at quarterback. It looked like as soon as he took the snap, his first read was the deep post down the field to Boston Todd. I think he kind of overthinking it as a quarterback, saying, man, I missed my guy streaking down the field that last play. I got to look for that. And he kind of tried to force it down the field on that next play.
By the way, we have a injury here as somebody cramping up for Jefferson being stretched out. By the way, don't go anywhere at halftime during the Mansion Freddie Law Firm halftime show. We'll hear from Dylan with some first half stats. We'll give you our thoughts on the first half as well. And then in the middle of that, we'll send it back to the studio. Kyler High patiently waiting there with his halftime scoreboard show. We'll give you some scores from around the state, including the one across town in Spring Mills as the Cardinals trying to defend their home turf against the number 1 Morgantown Mohegans. So we resume play. Martinsburg, 4th and 2, keeping the offense out there are the Bulldogs. Two receivers each side for Dick, trying to go with the hard count. Nearly caught a man off sides here in Isaiah Kelly Simmons, but he was able to get back. Here's the snap. Dick keeps it himself, runs up the middle, and has the first down as he is stopped at the 22-yard line. That stops the clock at 46 seconds for now while the ball's spotted. Starts rolling here again. Two receivers to each side. Dick trying to get the play here on the near sideline. He's got a running back to his right, that being Kingston McDonald Gibson. 30 seconds left now here in quarter number 2 as Dick gets the snap. Pump fakes. Sends it deep. diving for it, and in and out of the hands of the receiver in the middle of the end zone. I believe that was Ty Ricketts, who is now stumbling to get up and limping a little bit.
I was surprised that ball fit in there. I don't think the safety reacted as quick as he needed to, or else could have potentially had an easy interception.
Ricketts staying out there, though, even with that limp. Here for this 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line, Dick. Again, dropping back the pass, steps up, throws it underneath here on the near side. It's low, diving for it, and falling incomplete. As that makes it 3rd and 10. Boston Todd just couldn't scoop that one before it hit the turf.
Just a little underthrown. Needed to put a little more on that one.
18 seconds remain here before halftime. Martinsburg 25. Jefferson nothing is our score. 3rd and 10 at the 22. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Brian Dick. Gets the snap. Stays in the pocket, and again they try to go with that out route here on the near sideline for Todd. Again, it's too low. Incomplete. That brings up 4th down. See what they decide to do with 14 seconds left. Right now it looks like the offense is going to stay out there.
The coverage was a little tighter that time, less of a window to throw it into, but still need to put a little more oomph on that one, get it up higher for Todd.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Dick. McDonald Gibson to his right. He gets the snap, bobbling it as he rolls out to his right. Now throws it here on a wheel route to the near side, and in and out of the hands of Kingston McDonald Gibson. Incomplete. Turnover on downs with 8 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter. Jefferson will get the ball back, trailing Martinsburg 25-0.
Overthrown a little bit, but as they say, if it hits you in the hands, you should bring it in. So I think McDonald Gibson could have gotten there, but Brian Dick, the quarterback, did make it kind of hard on him. I like the play call. They roll out to the right. McDonald Gibson's running a wheel route to the left. Dick stops, turns to that side, tries to throw it, and it was open. Just a little off target.
Jefferson going to use a timeout here. We'll take a timeout with him, a 30-second break, and then we'll be back for the conclusion of quarter number 2 here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 back in 30 seconds.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
We welcome you back here, as just announced over the PA system. The governor back in town.
Again.
Patrick Morrissey in attendance here, along with Martinsburg Mayor Kevin Knowles.
Looks like he's from here or something.
Yeah. Watching Martinsburg and Jefferson do battle. 8 seconds left in quarter number 2. It's Martinsburg 25, Jefferson nothing. Jefferson getting the ball after the Martinsburg turnover on downs. Just used a timeout, trying to make sure they have the right personnel out there for whatever they decide to do here. And they were still missing 1 receiver even after that timeout. So 2 receivers to each side as Rockwell goes with a screen pass here on the near side. It's caught by Tony Allen Jr., and he goes down the near sideline before being pushed out of bounds at around the 35-yard line. It looks like actually they say he stepped out at the 31. That stops the clock with 2 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter, making it 2nd down and 1.
It's the first pass thrown even in the direction of Tony Allen, I think.
Rockwell, again, with 2 receivers to each side, has a running back to his left, that being Takeem Drake. Martinsburg given a lot of cushion here as Rockwell goes with the screen pass on the far side. It is caught by Oler King, and he's going to get it on the far side across the 45, but tackled at the 47-yard line, and that is how our first half comes to a conclusion. 25-0 Martinsburg leads Jefferson after 1 half played here at Coburn Field at David M. Walker Stadium. We'll step aside and take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that 2-minute break, we'll have our halftime show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 2 minutes.
Fort Evans Archery of Inwood is your local full-service archery pro shop with sales and setup, maintenance, repairs, and sight-ins. Fort Evans Archery is a full-stocking dealer for all your favorites like Hoyt, Matthews, Elite, Bowtech, Mission, and Bear, with crossbows from Raven, 10-point, Barnett, and Excalibur. And Fort Evans Archery has a sight range out to 60 yards. Fort Evans Archery, 998 Arden-Nullville Road, Suite 2, Inwood, open Tuesday to Friday, 10 a.m. until 6, Saturdays 9:30 to 4. FortEvansArchery.com.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Yeah, Robbie, there's a chill in the air, and with fall settling in, it's the perfect time to soak, sweat, and save at Floor Pools. Robbie knows wellness starts at home. Imagine the stress melting away in a Caldera spa with warm hypotherapy jets easing sore muscles, improving circulation, and helping you sleep better. Regular spa sessions can reduce tension, boost mood, and support overall relaxation. Right now, on select Caldera spas, you could save up to $1,500. And don't forget the other half of Total Body Wellness, a Tilo sauna. Regular sauna sessions can boost circulation, support detoxification, ease muscle tension, and promote deep relaxation. For a limited time on select Tilo saunas, you could save up to $1,000. But here's where it gets even better. Robbie says when you bundle a Caldera spa and a Tilo sauna, the savings go even deeper and your wellness routine gets even further. Act now. These savings disappear after September 29th. Stop by Floor Pools today in Chambersburg, Hagerstown, or Martinsburg and let Robbie the Duck guide you to better health, more relaxation, and incredible savings. For details and to explore our full selection, visit floorpools.com. That's Floor Pools, where wellness begins at home.
We welcome you back here on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube to Coburn Field at David M. Walker Stadium. Our score at the half, Martinsburg 25 and Jefferson nothing. Halftime show is brought to you by the Mansion Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to WVJusticeLawyers.com. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Dylan Bishop. Donna Schaffner is our on-site producer. Camera crew tonight, Rodney Watcher, Jillian Haynes, and Ethan Elliott. Back in the studio is Kyler High. You'll hear from him here in a few minutes with the halftime scoreboard show. So far, it's been all Martinsburg. Jefferson at times has been able to move the ball, but still has been unable to find the end zone and put up points. It's been a struggle all season long for the Cougars. They've only scored 7 points now through 3.5 games played. Martinsburg has really relied on Brian Dick so far just to do the power running in that quarterback position, wearing down Jefferson for the most part all night long. You've seen a few flashes here and there of some other players, but it's mostly been the Brian Dick show here tonight. Let's get our first half stats brought to you by Hagerstown Ford. They're revolutionizing the car buying experience. You can buy your next vehicle online and they'll deliver it to you. If you don't like it, they'll take it back. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com. Dylan, you got unofficial first half stats for us.
Say, well, Colin, you either remembered the first half very well or you took a peek at my stat sheet. Brian Dick has had 13 carries for 76 yards and a touchdown. Kevin Myers, 6 carries, 51 yards and a touchdown. Kingston McDonald Gibson, 48 yards on just 3 carries. He had 42 of them on 1 tote. Terrell Cofield, 2 carries for 13 yards and a touchdown. Brian Dick through the air, 6 for 12, 79 yards. And Ty Ricketts came in for a play and threw a 21-yard pass to Kevin Myers. Boston Todd, 4 catches, 57 yards. Hasn't gotten in the end zone yet. I feel like I'm not used to saying Boston Todd has no touchdowns at halftime, but that's where we are today. On the Jefferson side, it's been difficult for them to get the ball moving. No points still. Jackson Rockwell, 3 for 9 passing the ball for 34 yards. And 2 of those completions and 27 of those yards came right there at the end of the half. on those last two plays where there were 8 seconds left in the half. Traylon Ledbetter, 8 carries for 33 yards. He looks solid, but nothing much doing on the ground there. Rockwell, 3 carries for 6 yards. And Oler King for Jefferson is the leading receiver with 1 catch for 18 yards. And I will say for Martinsburg in the penalty department, it's been better tonight. It's still 5 penalties for 55 yards, but it is better.
How about Jefferson?
Jefferson's only committed 3 penalties for 25 yards. Not bad.
Any other first half stats?
I think that's all I got.
First half thoughts then. I kind of shared mine already.
And Martinsburg moving the ball pretty well on offense. Obviously Jefferson was able to control the clock a little bit, keep Martinsburg off the field to where they only have 25 points. As we've seen the last 2 games, Martinsburg's come out in the second half with a running clock. And Jefferson contained well at times. It was pretty rare, but it was still there. They've done a better job than the last 2 opponents for Martinsburg have. And you've seen a little bit of traction in the run game for Jefferson, but still not much. There's been flashes of Jefferson being able to move the ball, and that's about it. And the same on defense when it comes to stopping Martinsburg from running the ball. Really, it's similar to last year's game with Jefferson, where it's closer than you would think because Martinsburg just hasn't had the ball that often. But you do have to give credit to the Cougars' defense for forcing that field goal in that 14-play drive.
Again, 25-0 is our score here at halftime. Martinsburg leading Jefferson. Jefferson will get the ball to start the second half as well, so keep that in mind. Let's step aside, take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that 2-minute break, live in the studio, standing by is Kyler High, the producer, ready to give you his halftime scoreboard show. This is West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How can I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm John Everson, Private Wealth Advisor with the Marius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome into the studio for your Scoreboard Halftime Show presented by Rosedale Funeral Home Cemetery, brought to you by Dignity Memorial, Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery. Attention to detail like no other. Visit at dignitymemorial.com. Around the EPAC, you only have the 2 games, and as you're watching one, the Martinsburg versus Jefferson game, the other game being Morgantown, number 1 team in the state, up 14 to nothing over number 6 Spring Mills. That game has just recently kicked off for the third quarter. Spring Mills has the ball. Other games in the area, we'll get to that here in a second. as you can see up on the screen right now, not too many other games going on. You have number 20, Cabell Midland, beating number 16, Hurricane. So interesting for how this is going to play out for the postseason playoffs. Mind you, we're only in week 4, or week 5, I apologize. But it's good to go ahead and start looking with high school not having as many games as NCAA and NFL. Other games around the area in the state of West Virginia, number 3, Wheeling Park beating St. Clairville 14-7. Another game that you have is Barnesville out of Ohio beating number 2, George Washington. Another local game that you have is Grafton beating Berkeley Springs 21-0. 1 second, please. Another game that you have going on is University. Number 4 University beating number 1 in AAA, Fairmont Senior. That game is going 21-7. University is winning that game as of right now. Another game around the area in the state of West Virginia, you have Battle of AAA East Fairmont and 4A Preston. East Fairmont is beating Preston 24-14. Those are all the games that are going on right now. Spring Mills has the ball. They're trying to move the ball down, and Morgantown's coming back for their nice little revenge game. Martinsburg, as you saw, 25-0 is beating up Jefferson. Hopefully Jefferson can get some scores up. As you've heard Colin and Dylan talk before, they only have 7 points on the season, and they have some momentum going in. They have the ball at the start of the second half, so hopefully they can get some momentum going on, and they can get to moving. Nothing else has really updated around the area. Like we said, short week around the area for EPAC sports. Not a lot going on. As I said, Morgantown's still beating Spring Mills 14-0, and Martinsburg 25-0 over Jefferson Cougars. And you will see that game here in a little bit as we get ready to send it back. As you've heard before, there's nothing else updated. No other decent games in the area close to us. Another game that you could possibly listen in for, if you're a Berkeley Springs fan, Kaiser is beating Hampshire 14-8. So that will be a nice AAA score, as Berkeley Springs is still trying to look for a score to put up on the board. On the other side of this, we'll send you back to the studio for Jefferson Martinsburg. The second half of this is Jefferson gets the ball at the second half as they are down 25-0. This has been your halftime show. Join us back at the Postgame show where I'll talk to you and give you the final scores. And this has been Kyler High, WRNR Talk Radio, TV 10.
Jonathan Bodwell Insurance Solutions. We've been serving the Eastern Panhandle with their insurance needs for 20 years. We specialize in Medicare and health insurance plans. Medicare can be scary. We help seniors navigate the Medicare maze and not get taken advantage of by the call centers. We give honest, local advice on your insurance. We're located in the Aiken Center, 304-283-0864.
When it comes to surgery, experience and innovation matter. At WVU Medicine, our board-certified surgeons use the latest robotic and minimally invasive techniques to provide better outcomes and faster recoveries. We offer a full range of procedures, including advanced hernia repair, anti-reflux surgery, breast cancer surgery, colon resection, gallbladder removal, skin cancer, and lesion removal. Trust the region's leader in advanced surgical care. Call WVU Medicine Surgery today at 304-596-2150.
It's an instant classic. Hold still! Get Rock's delicious chicken sandwich and delicious burger with pickle aioli and Heinz thick-cut dill pickles.
We brought the beach to you. Get Rock's crab cake sandwich with 70% real crab meat.
The thing I'm most passionate about with my clients is that 95% of them that come to me, they've never been in trouble in their lives. They've got careers, promising futures, things that matter.
So thankfully, after it was all said and done, I had no DUI and I had no more stress facing me or my family.
When you're on the fence whether to hire a DUI attorney, I always say that you really cannot afford not to. My name is Harley Wagner. My law practice has been exclusively focused on driving under the influence cases throughout the state of West Virginia.
Greetings and welcome from the Alumni Association. We're the Cougars, and we want to send you blessings from the directors and the administrators. We're here today to give you some information and some updates, and we're located at the Martinsburg High School hallway, right in front of the Martinsburg Alumni Association wall. So right now, I want to give you a little bit of background and information, but we've got something special for you coming in just a few moments.
In 1910, Martinsburg High School Alumni Association held its first meeting. So as you can see, it's been going on for quite some time. Right now we have over 15,000 members of the Alumni Association. Those include those that graduated from Martinsburg High School. Just think, if you sent in your $10 dues, if everyone did, times 15,000, that would be $150,000. Now we know that's not a possibility, but for those of you that would be willing to, we'd really appreciate $10 or more, and just send it to Martinsburg High School Alumni Association, care of the treasurer, that's still Dale Hicks, to Post Office Box 3007, Martinsburg, West Virginia, 25402. So we'd appreciate anything that you could give us, and we're working on the website, so that's under construction right now.
We're fortunate this afternoon to have 3 past recipients who will be explaining to you and talking to you about what and how it happened for them and how it helped their education.
Hi, my name is Kira Rhodes, and I graduated from Martinsburg last year. I'm so incredibly grateful for the Martinsburg Alumni Association. They've not only created financial burden for students in this high school, but they've also created a community of support that I haven't gotten from anybody else. This association is helping to build up the next workforce in Martinsburg, and I'll forever be grateful for that.
Hi guys, I'm a recent graduate from Martinsburg High School. My name's Carson Buber. The Alumni Scholarship has helped me immensely this past year at my college of choice, Potomac State. As an academic student and an athletic student, I had a lot on my plate, and so this scholarship helped ease my financial burdens. I had no time to work, and I just got to focus on my academics and athletics, and I'm very appreciative of the Alumni Association for giving me this scholarship.
Hello, my name is Eliana Mosby. I'm a recent graduate here at Martinsburg High School, and this scholarship has helped to ease a lot of my financial burden and help me to focus on my academics mainly, and to help me to go into the workforce and get back to my community with the career of choice that I'm choosing. Not only has it helped me, but it has helped a lot of other students and future students coming in, and so it'll be a great opportunity, and I'm very forever thankful for everything the Alumni Association has done for me.
So folks, we want to thank these 3 past recipients for coming in. We want to thank the administration for allowing us to do this film. And I want you to see that each one of them is holding an amount of money. What's missing is $10, which is your $10 due that we really could help us. Remember, your support and your help in this matter will let us see and realize from the Alumni Association what we really can do for the future. And it will help us. So what money, we will accept anything that you're willing to send, but again, we need this money. It goes strictly to the youngsters, for the recipients. We thank you so much. We know everything that you can help us with would be very appreciated. And so again, we want to thank the administration. We want to thank TV10 and Colin. We want to thank the 3 of our recipients. And most of all, we want to thank you now for what help you're going to give us. So in closing, we say thank you, help support us, and God bless.
Welcome back to Coburn Field at David M. Walker Stadium here at the half between Martinsburg and Jefferson. It is Martinsburg with a 25-0 lead. You just heard from Kyler High with our halftime scoreboard show. An interesting one over in Spring Mill, still deadlocked at 14-0. Morgantown hanging on to that 2-touchdown lead over Spring Mills. In quarter number 3, Spring Mills just punted again to the Mohegans, so the defensive battle continues over there. Here, it looks like Martinsburg's marching band has just concluded its halftime show. By the way, tomorrow they have the Battle of the Bands here at Martinsburg High School, so if you want to see all the bands in the area, all the EPAC schools from out of the state, Maryland, I believe, maybe even some from Virginia, Hampshire, Berkeley Springs. They're all going to be here tomorrow afternoon into the evening, so come out and support them as well. I'm Colin McLaughlin for Talk Radio WRNR, TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. Dylan Bishop alongside me, on-site producer Donna Schaffner. Rodney Watcher is one of our cameramen. Alongside them, our camera crew, Jillian Haynes and Ethan Elliott. Back at the studio is Kyler High. Jefferson has made its way out of the locker room here and started stretching Martinsburg, trying to see. I don't see them yet, but I see the officials coming out to get them. Dylan, second half adjustments. Let's get to those then.
Well, Martinsburg, I think, is doing pretty fine on both sides of the ball. I think the adjustment really for Martinsburg would be for Brian Dick to just sort of calm down a little bit, take his time, go through his progressions, don't rush the throws. And then on the Jefferson side, sometimes, it's hard to diagnose sometimes games like this what Jefferson can do better. One of them can be to try to find Tony Allen Jr. more often. He only has one catch, and that was right at the end of the half. So try to get the ball into his hands a little more. Maybe you could try sending some more blitzes at Brian Dick, see if you can get him off his spot and get Martinsburg behind the chains, make it a little harder for the offensive linemen. Maybe you have to reach out and grab somebody for a hold, back them up, things like that. I think Jefferson's doing pretty well for themselves, all things considered. Like I said, it's 25-0 at the half versus last two games for Martinsburg. There's been a running clock at the start of the third quarter.
Again, a reminder, Jefferson gets the ball to start the second half. It looks like they put up 3 extra minutes on the halftime clock to allow both teams enough time to stretch coming out of the locker room. So we'll step aside, and take one last 2-minute break as I'm stumbling through my words here. So I need this 2-minute break myself, obviously, and then we'll be back with more West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 back in 2 minutes.
When it comes to surgery, experience and innovation matter. At WVU Medicine, our board-certified surgeons use the latest robotic and minimally invasive techniques to provide better outcomes and faster recoveries. We offer a full range of procedures, including advanced hernia repair, anti-reflux surgery, breast cancer surgery, colon resection, gallbladder removal, skin cancer, and lesion removal. Trust the region's leader in advanced surgical care. Call WVU Medicine Surgery today at 304-596-2150.
In the Surf Law Offices. 50 years experience. No fees unless we collect money for you. Always here to help you. Any questions? LawPBM.com.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
It's the new normal. You live, work, and play everywhere. Whether it's the family car or the family business, you need insurance that keeps pace with your changing life. Home on the job or working from home, peace of mind comes from knowing your whole world is covered. No matter what happens or how big it grows, whatever your new normal, Erie Insurance's award-winning service and personal agents can keep pace. Call your local agent today or visit erieinsurance.com for a quote.
We welcome you back here to Coburn Field at David M. Walker Stadium as we get ready for the second half kickoff, brought to you by Personal Injury Attorneys Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. Visit burkeandschultz.com. We play hardball. Cody Page on to kickoff for Martinsburg. Back to return here for Jefferson, Jaheim Gidney, and Tony Allen Jr. Both standing right now at the 20-yard line, expecting another short kick here from Cody Page, and that's been the common theme here tonight. They are trying to keep it away from the hands of Tony Allen Jr.
Martinsburg's done a good job of it overall. Like I said, just the one catch on the screen pass on the second to last play of the first half for Tony Allen. Otherwise, he's been kept quiet.
Cody Page kicking it to him, though, this time. Allen Jr. catches it at the 21 here on the near side and splits the gap and off to the races at the 50. That's one man to beat at the 40, the 30. There goes Tony Allen all the way into the end zone. He returns the kick for a Jefferson touchdown. 11:49 to go in quarter number 3. It is now Martinsburg 25, Jefferson 6. And that is why you don't kick it to Tony Allen Jr. That is exactly what he'll do. He'll make you pay.
Yeah, he's just one of those guys. Don't kick it to him. Like that's what happens. I don't know. There's not really much else to say about it. You said exactly what I was going to say in a different cadence.
79-yard. Excuse me, 79-yard touchdown return.
I mean, hey, if you're Jefferson, you got to be over on the sideline thinking, hey, we're in this. I'm a little surprised they wouldn't go for 2 here. Maybe they don't feel too confident about it. Could make it a 17-point game.
The extra point's blocked. And that's going to make it 25-6. So we step aside, take a 1-minute break, and then be back with more West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10 back in 1 minute.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
We welcome you back here as Jefferson returned the second half kick for a touchdown, making it 25-6. Now it's a short end-over-end kick here for Martinsburg, catching it at the 30, and here goes Boston Todd down the near sideline. He's wrapped up by Andy Roberts and brought down at the 48-yard line of the Bulldogs, and that's where the offense will come out onto the field.
Almost thought we were going to get dueling kickoff returns there.
I was waiting to see if he was going to somehow, some way explode through the kick team.
But a short field for Martinsburg, or good starting field position, just 2 yards shy of midfield.
3 receivers on the far side, 1 to the near side for Brian Dick. Running back to his right. It's the snap. It's a read option. Dick keeps it himself, has the space on the far side, now cuts back up the middle, And Andy Roberts is there for another tackle for him tonight as Dick gets it across the 45 of Jefferson and tackled at the 44-yard line. Now a flag comes in on the far side as some late chirping going on that far side between Todd and, I believe,
Tony Allen, I think. Or is that
no,
a zero?
I think, that's Ledbetter being calmed down by Tony Allen.
Yeah, there you go.
11:26 here in quarter number 3. It's Martinsburg 25, Jefferson 6. We wait here to see what the penalty is. It's a personal foul penalty against Jefferson and against Martinsburg. So those offset. And we'll resume here with a second down and 2 at the 44-yard line to Jefferson for Martinsburg.
First up out against Martinsburg also, they offset. Second down 2.
3 receivers to far side, 1 to the near side. Dick. Snap, hands it off to Myers, who goes up the middle across the 40 and tackled at the 36-yard line. First down, Martinsburg.
Number 19, Braylon Holmes.
It's Holmes with the tackle for Jefferson.
7th carry of the day for Kevin Myers. 7th carry of the day for Kevin Myers. That's going for at least 5 yards.
So 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Here is Jefferson. Only had 10 guys out there, so they bring the 11th on while the ball snapped here. It's another handoff to Myers, who has a big run here to the near side across the 30 inside the 25 and tackled at the 22-yard line for another Martinsburg first down on the 15-yard run.
Pulling the guard that time from the right side.
They go no huddle. Dick, quarterback power up the middle, has a great block from Myers, but from behind with the shoestring tackle at the 15-yard line, he's brought down.
Martinsburg offensive line is good enough when you get that running back block out of the backfield in front of the quarterback. It makes it even harder to stop. That play has gotten 6 or 7 yards about 5 different times tonight.
Another 2nd and 2. Dick, read option, keeps it himself, goes up the middle. It kind of looked like that play was maybe not a designed read option keeper. More so looked like it might have been just blown up from the start as he only gets back to the line of scrimmage, making it 3rd and 2.
That time seemed like maybe Myers just overran it a little bit. Dick had to keep it.
Now Dick in that running back, Ricketts under center. He hands it off to Dick, who goes up the middle in that power I and gets the first down as he's brought down at the 11. Now late flags fly again after the play as everybody being helped up, and still some jawing back and forth going on between the offensive and defensive lines of Martinsburg and Jefferson.
This will be interesting. Looks like coming off the field angry is Braylon Holmes.
Waiting to see what the call is. 9.5 remaining here in quarter number 3. It's Martinsburg 25, Jefferson 6. It looks like it's a penalty against Martinsburg. So that'll back up the Bulldogs offense now to the 26-yard line.
Well, of course, I went and gave Martinsburg some credit for having less penalties than usual in the first half, and they've already had 2 personal fouls against them here 2.5 minutes into the third quarter.
Still a 1st and 10, though, here at the 26. Dick. Shotgun formation, and the play's blown up on the snap as he's going to be tackled at the 29-yard line.
Colin,
if we got a familiar guest back here in the press box with us 2 weeks in a row, as we are joined by State of West Virginia's Governor Patrick Morrissey.
Once
back
good,
here
but twice is just twice is even more nice, right?
He's going to start asking for a paycheck here soon, I think.
I'm telling you, I love coming back home in the Eastern Panhandle. It's great. Everything's going well.
Apologies if possibly our Mike isn't really picking him up, having some issues there. Might have to get him a headset here possibly. As Dick rolling out to his right, chucking it, has a man open in stride at the 10-5, breaks through a tackle and goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Martinsburg. 8:42 to go here in the third quarter. It is now 31-6. Bulldogs extend the lead as Ty Ricketts with the touchdown reception.
Great pass by Brian Dick, rolling out and finding his man. I mean, hadn't called that name a lot, Boston Todd, in the first half, and, well, there you go, finally getting up on the board.
Cody Page on to attempt the extra point. Snaps back, holds down. Page's kick is up, and the kick is good. Let's step aside, take a 1-minute break, and then be back with more West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 back in 1 minute.
The Berkeley and Morgan County Health Departments want to help keep our communities, including backyard flocks and farms, safe from H5N1, the avian flu. To stay up to date with current risk levels and CDC recommendations, as well as disease prevention information shared by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, be sure to check out the Community Resources section of the Berkeley Morgan County Health Department at bchealthdept.org. This ad has been made possible through a grant-funded partnership with the West Virginia Department of Health.
Free money you can't lose. Download the Casino Kings app today.
Prohibited where void. Must claim to be 21 or older. Free money is not cash. Won't cannot be withdrawn. This obtains free money or unrestricted market offer must be claimed by the indicator. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You've probably heard that sped-up disclaimer at the end of sportsbook ads. The ones that say,
Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
But can they really help you stop gambling? Yes. They've helped thousands of people here in West Virginia stop gambling and take back their lives. They provide guidance and resources, including financial counseling and even free software to block gambling sites. So talk to someone who will take the time to listen. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We welcome you back here at Coburn Field at David M. Walker Stadium. Martinsburg now leads Jefferson 32-6 here in quarter number 3 with 8:42 left on the clock as Cody Page on to kickoff for the Bulldogs. And it's another onside kick here to the near side, but this time Jefferson's ready for it. Braylon Holmes in on the recovery at the 49-yard line. Let's now get our scoring drive summary brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, Trusted Leadership, Real Solutions.
Doing that last-second mental math. 7 plays, 68 yards, and the touchdown 29 yards out, Brian Dick to Boston Todd.
Now we got a 3-man broadcast booth here in the Matt Miller broadcast booth as once again Governor Patrick Morrissey joining us here on the call tonight. Welcome back.
Hey, it's good to be here. A little bit of Friday night football fix, and it's always good to see these teams duking it out. You have Jefferson bringing a crowd, and Martinsburg, playing as strong as usual.
Rockwell gets the snap. It's low. He's able to gather it, bring it back up, and hand it off here to his running back, Trey Ledbetter. He's been the mainstay in the backfield so far tonight for Jefferson. He gets it across the 45, brought down at the 44-yard line of Martinsburg, making it a 2nd down and 3.
So, Governor, back in the area just to see Martinsburg. Got any more stuff involved here in the Panhandle this week?
Well, I was actually just yesterday coming in. We're pitching for our broadband application with the feds to be approved. So I was in Washington, D.C. Late yesterday, and I came by, did a little work in the Eastern Panhandle today.
It's another handoff from Rockwell to Ledbetter, and Ledbetter nearly got the first down. It looks like he's tackled about a yard or two short, so that'll make it 3rd and 1 here with 7:45 and a rolling clock in quarter number 3. We'll see here what Jefferson decides to do. Looks like they have 2 receivers here to the near side, one to the far side, and a tight end to the left side of the line.
A big 3rd down from the pick up
Leland
here.
Benner. Wouldn't be surprised if they try to run it right behind him.
That's what they've been doing.
And that's exactly what they do, and they get the first down and then some. Bouncing off multiple Bulldogs goes Trey Ledbetter, and he's tackled at the 36-yard line, so a gain of 6 on the run, making it 1st down Jefferson. That's been a great play so far for them tonight.
It has. That was the old Gus Malzahn Auburn offense. Follow the fullback. That's where the ball is probably going to go. Jefferson's doing that tonight. So
yeah, they really opened up the line. There was a nice hole for him on that last play.
Yeah.
This time it's a read option keeper, and it does not work out well for Jackson Rockwell. He's going to be tackled in the backfield, a loss of 2 yards on the play. That makes it 2nd down and 12 as Terrell Cofield blows that play up this time.
So, Governor, what are your football allegiances, other than the West Virginia Mountaineers, of course?
Well, obviously, we love WVU and Marshall. And, I always grew up, I was a Jets and Giants fan growing up. So, and the Steelers, used to really follow them. Back, Mean Joe Green and Jack Lambert and Lynn Swan.
Of course.
I mean, they just had a heck of a team in the 70s and the 80s.
Maybe after this play, we'll see if I decide to open up Pandora's box with a question for you, Governor, as Rockwell keeps the ball here on a blown-up play, gets it across the 35 and tackled at the 34-yard line. I was debating on asking you this last week when we were talking about the backyard brawl, obviously, that WVU won. Marshall.
Yeah.
WVU. Are you a fan of that matchup in football? Would you be a proponent of bringing back the Coal Bowl?
I would. I'm in. I think you need, the more you have in-state rivalry, the better. And Marshall's an incredible gem. And WVU, I think that the state would love it.
You heard it here from Governor Patrick Morrissey. Bring back Marshall against WVU. 3rd down and long. Rockwell dropping back the pass and nearly sacked. Now he's off to the races on the far side. Rockwell at the 30, at the 25. He's going to go out of bounds and be hit way late on the track.
That's a flag.
That was just brought in here, and that draws multiple flags out as some players having to be separated after the play. It's a 1st down for Jefferson, but now with this penalty, they are going to be well within the red zone with 5:18 to go here in quarter number 3. It is Martinsburg 32, Jefferson 6.
Yeah. But by the way, you're not there, right?
No, not at all.
I remember the last one they had was 2012, and that was wild. That was at WVU, and that was the year WVU was supposed to be really good. Remember that?
Geno Smith, Tavon
I was about to say, was that the one that only went 3/4, if memory serves me well, because of the multiple rain delays and lightning delays? I was at that game. That's why I remember. We had to go to the Caperton indoor facility multiple times. Came back to Berkeley Springs, where I grew up and lived, and went to a after party, and everything was flooded in Berkeley Springs because of the storm. And to get to the after party, my dad had to leave his car on the side of the road, and somebody came and picked us up in their tractor to get us to the house. As this a run up the middle here, and it will be inside the 10. Again, I believe this time it was none other than Ledbetter on the carry, and that makes it 2nd down and about 6 here for Jefferson.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that WVU team was stacked because they had Geno, they had Tavon, I think Stedman Bailey was on the team. So you had 3 skill players drafted by the pros, and then they had some great folks on defense too.
Yeah. 2nd and 8 here at the 10. Rockwell. RPO, he chucks it for the end zone, and it's picked off in the end zone. But there is a flag in the backfield, and it might be a roughing the passer penalty, so I think that's going to wipe away Kingston McDonald Gibson's incredible INT.
Kane Whip has his hands up looking at the Martinsburg sideline like, what did I do? But now celebration for Martinsburg.
Yeah.
I think they just found out the penalty's not on them.
Yeah, it may stand. How about that?
Waiting to see here with 4:37 to go here in quarter number 3.
Touchdown stands. Holding on Jefferson.
No touchdown. I don't know why he put the hands up as if it was a touchdown. Because that was the defense with the ball. So not your fault. You were kind of just reading the body language of the official, and everybody knows 2 hands straight up. That's a touchdown.
As he meant to put his hands together, touch back, not touch down.
That's right.
So ball now at the 20-yard line for Martinsburg. The score remains Martinsburg 32, Jefferson 6. Let's quickly get our third quarter sponsors here on the change of possession. Third quarter brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance Agency, your total insurance solution, located at 1250 Edwin Miller Boulevard, Suite 301 in Martinsburg. Call 304-263-3361. Third quarter also brought to you by, as I got to flip my page here, Power, Beck, and Matt Zurif Law Offices. Call 304-264-8870 to speak with an attorney today, or visit www.lawpbm.com. It's a screen pass here on the near side caught by Boston Todd, who's trying to follow one block against 3 different Jefferson Cougars and he's eventually pushed out of bounds right around the 30-yard line. It appears they're going to give him the 28-yard line. Is it enough for a first down? I'll have to wait and see if they move the chains or not.
It looks like out at about the 28 or 27, so 2 or 3 yards more to pick up.
2nd and 3 is. Looks like something might be wrong here with Brian Dick possibly as well, as he's pointing down to his left shoe. Can't put much weight on that left leg. That is not a good sign here for Brian Dick, Martinsburg's quarterback. It's going to be a handoff. Bouncing off one tackle and across the 30 here on the near side and brought down at the 33-yard line is Kevin Myers. Dick still really struggling here with that leg. He's trying to stretch it out, maybe trying to avoid a cramp. Hopefully that's the only thing. Yeah. Don't want to speculate too much, but clearly something bothering him.
Yeah, something going on there.
Got to hydrate.
Yeah. Governor, I'm curious. Jets and Giants, did it wane, depending on the time, which one was number one in your mind, or was it kind of an even matchup there?
You know, my dad grew up as a big Giants fan, so every
it was a big play.
Sunday,
Big play. Myers catches the ball in the middle of the field, and he's brought down here by Gidney at Jefferson's 41-yard line. And
another late
flag here. Back to your point, though, Governor.
Yeah, so look, I remember growing up, my dad would religiously watch the Giants, and you could always watch the Giants, and my uncle would take me to the Jets game when I was very young, so that kind of built that in. But, I used to love watching pro football, but, I'll be honest, as I've gotten older, I love pros, but college football is so much fun, and it's changed over the years, but it's very, very exciting. And I think that's where, in West Virginia, people love both the Mountaineers, they love the Thundering Herd, or even around here, Shepherd.
Of
you
course.
think about the rich history of Shepherd, at a lower division, but who they've produced. You got the one guy, Martinsburg alum,
Tyson
who's
Bajan,
playing for the Bears as the backup,
Yep.
$10 million backup. I mean, think about that. How many Martinsburg quarterbacks would dream of that?
Dick, play action pass, deep ball into the end zone, and in and out of the hands of the receiver on the far side, trying to go up with one hand. I believe that was Ricketts.
I'll tell you what, that throw was on the money, though.
Absolutely.
That was
That was
over
a
the
great
the shoulder, and he should have brought that one down.
You brought up Shepherd. Of course, we will be at Shepherd's home opener tomorrow against Kutztown. Doesn't look like great weather, so if you feel like staying home, watch it on TV. We got it on TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube.
I hope it's a good game.
You can only hope. Kutztown nationally ranked in the top 10.
Number 5. By the way, scoring update, Morgantown now leads Spring Mills 21-0, 6 minutes left in that ball game. 2 receivers here to each side. Dick hands it off to Myers on the outside zone to the right side. He cuts back up towards the middle, tries to spin off a tackle, and he's going to get stopped, though, right at the 20-yard line, and that's going to make it about 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 3 here in quarter number 3 with 3:20 to go here in the quarter.
What did you see, 85% chance of rain tomorrow, Colin?
Yeah.
So we can understand, Governor, if you don't come out that one, too.
But it is the home opener, so
well,
I'm
supposed to be heading
you're
out
still here
to Preston County, but look, I'll be back.
He's a busy man.
I'll tell you what, I'll be back for the Apple Harvest Festival. That's going to be a lot of fun.
There you go.
A couple weeks from now.
All right.
2 receivers again to each side. Dick, again at RPO, actually. And it's
wow.
Boston Todd who's going to go untouched into the end zone for another Martinsburg Bulldog touchdown. 2:52 to go here in quarter number 3. It is now 38-6. Bulldogs leading the Cougars.
That's a tough pass to defend because he was breaking right up the middle. It was like an old Brett Favre pass, right in the seam, and he just kind of ran through that hole. It was very impressive.
Yeah, and that run-pass option is, Brian Dick's acting like he could hand it off to the running back. Those linebackers creep up. You just throw it right over the top of them.
Yeah.
Cody Page on to attempt the extra point now for Martinsburg, trying to get it to 39-6. Snaps back, hold is down, the kick is up. Through the uprights and good, making it 39-6. Let's step aside, take a 1-minute break, then be back with more West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Jonathan Bodwell Insurance Solutions. We've been serving the Eastern Panhandle with their insurance needs for 20 years. We specialize in Medicare and health insurance plans. Medicare can be scary. We help seniors navigate the Medicare maze and not get taken advantage of by the call centers. We give honest, local advice on your insurance. We're located in the Aiken Center, 304-283-0864.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
We welcome you back here. During the break, both the kicking team for Martinsburg and the receiving team coming out for Jefferson, in a flag thrown while both teams were coming out. It looks like something here against Jefferson. Don't know what was said by somebody, but that caused the official here on the near sideline to throw out his flag, and it will be a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Cougars, which means this kick, instead of it being at the 40-yard line of Martinsburg, will move here to the 45-yard line of Jefferson. I'm Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Dylan helping out with some technical issues for one of our cameras right now, so it's just me and the governor.
You know, this would be a good opportunity to kind of hit it like a squib, try to like squeeze it between the 15 and the 10. You got a big hole here. Nice opportunity.
They do like doing that. We'll see if they learned not to kick it to Tony Allen Jr. because he ran that kick back for a touchdown, that being the only points here for Jefferson so far. That began this third quarter. You already saw an onside kick successfully recovered. We'll see what Page does here this time. And it's a end-over-end kick that's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So Jefferson will get the ball here with first down at the 20-yard line.
So we saw that hole from up here, but they didn't take advantage of it,
So they wanted to play it safe.
Well, they're up 39-6, so it seems to make sense, right?
Yep. Next week for you here, we'll have Martinsburg at Musselman, 6 p.m. pregame coverage, 7 p.m. kick. We'll see if you make it 3 times in a row here, Governor.
Well, I'm not sure about next week, but I will tell you, I'm going to be back again soon. There's a lot of good stuff going on in the Eastern Panhandle.
Apple Harvest Festival, as you said, here in a few weeks. As Jefferson brings 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side for Jackson Rockwell. They send Tony Allen Jr. in motion from right to left, and it's a jet sweep to him. You've got to get the ball in his hands as he now cuts it downfield across the 25 and be tackled at the 26-yard line, and he is slow to get up. It looks like he started cramping up as soon as he hit the turf. So he's going to get stretched out here. It looks like we have another player cramping for Martinsburg. It's been a beautiful evening, but I guess the heat still lingering on from this morning, causing these guys to be a little dehydrated right now here in quarter number 3.
Yeah, you wouldn't think it would be too bad tonight because it did cool down quite a bit.
It did. It was up into the 80s at the beginning of the afternoon, but here towards kickoff it has dropped down. It looks like Tony Allen Jr.'s helped up now on that far sideline. So you said you'll be in Preston County tomorrow, Governor?
Yeah, we'll be in Preston County for the Buckwheat Festival.
Okay.
And say hello to some folks, and then after that I'll head back down to Charleston.
Never been to the Buckwheat Festival.
Oh, it's a great, great time. They've got a wonderful parade and so many different things to do over there. Plus, if you haven't had buckwheat cakes, you haven't lived, really.
Richard giving me a hard time for not going. Gave me a hard time last week. Handoff here up the middle. Bouncing to the far side, now off to the races goes Jefferson, trying to see who that was as we get a late hit out of bounds again against Martinsburg. Some players now having to be separated, and now a hat, which is Another flag, that means, is the official already threw his hat, now throws his flag as things just really starting to boil over here. Is
I mean, that's
on
going to
that
be a
carry,
15-yard penalty.
It's Akeem Drake, We'll see if maybe we have offsetting penalties or not, possibly. But frustration settling in here on both sides. You got 2:21 left here in the third quarter. It is Martinsburg 39, Jefferson 6.
Halftime, the bands, I got to tell you, these are two of the best bands in the state,
they
let
are
alone the band.
really, really good. After it, I announced here, and I'll promote it again tomorrow, right here at Coburn Field, actually, they have a Battle of the Bands.
Oh, really?
So, I can't remember what time that's starting in the afternoon, but it will be all 6 schools here from the Eastern Panhandle. So we'll get to see all the EPAC schools' bands in action. I believe a few bands from Maryland, maybe even Virginia as well. I know Hampshire County comes, as well as Berkeley Springs. We filmed it last year, and I think there was about a dozen or somewhere around there bands all coming right here, including Shepherd's band. They came last year. I don't know if they'll be here again this year or not to all perform. For those that want to come, I believe admission might be free. Don't quote me on that. But
I'll tell you, the Eastern
you love
Panhandle,
marching bands?
Well,
this is the place
the
to be
Eastern
tomorrow.
Panhandle bands are very well regarded, and obviously they're always doing very well. Martinsburg, right, has won a lot of the awards over the years for the best band in the state, and Jefferson's really strong, so it's really quite a tradition.
Yes. Competition runs deep no matter what it is, if it's football or the bands. So it looks like Jefferson, after the penalties have been enforced, kind of missed, unfortunately, what they were. But it will be 1st and 10 for the Cougars at Martinsburg's 45-yard line.
First down, 10 from the 45.
Got 2 receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far side for Rockwell. Gets the snap. Hands it off here to his running back, Trey Ledbetter, who tries to go up the middle, and he goes absolutely nowhere as Kovacs and Uriah is able to blow that play up, and that'll make it 2nd and 10 at the 45.
Yeah, he ran into a brick wall on that play. There was no hole for him.
No gain. Second down, 10 from the 45.
So they break the huddle here. Does Jefferson, 2 receivers to the far side, 1 here to the near side. Martinsburg bringing everybody in the box. Safety's not really that far back here, expecting this run to continue. And it's a read option. Rockwell keeps it, tries to go up the middle, and will gain about 2.5, maybe 3 yards, making it 3rd down. Dylan, you're back. Hopefully everything figured out.
Audio and video equipment. You never know what that's.
Dylan, you got your color job back.
I was like, I wonder if Gunner's up here updating my stat sheet while I'm gone, but no, I wouldn't expect that. I'll get back on top of it here.
We can swap jobs.
They're unofficial for a reason. Oh, you're swapping jobs.
Yeah.
Governor Dylan Bishop.
Oh, I get to be governor.
Is the state ready for that?
I got some things I want to do.
Probably not. 3rd down and 8. Ball at the 43-yard line for Jefferson, who's going to have to use a timeout here as the play clock was expiring. So let's take a 30-second break with them. Still got to take a few ads here, make sure all of our sponsors are happy. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How can I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm John Everson, Private Wealth Advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
We welcome you back here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. I lost a paper. There it is.
The breeze is coming at us.
Breeze is coming in through the windows, trying to mess with my spotter boards. Timeouts, by the way, brought to you by the Larry DeMarco team, the Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Looking for home in the tri-state area, call the Larry DeMarco team at 304-262-4222 or visit them online at www.modernrealtyresults.com. Pregame.com. It is 3rd down and 8, ball at the 43-yard line of Martinsburg for Jefferson's offense. Our score, Martinsburg 39 and Jefferson 6. 56 seconds remaining here in quarter number 3. Looks like 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and a tight end on the right side of the line for Rockwell. He's got a running back to his left. He'll take the snap, dropping back the pass, chucks it deep on the far side as a man open and catching it.
Nice. Yeah,
here on the near side. It was a little bit underthrown, but great job by Ricardo Lewis to turn around and snag that one as he falls down at the 22-yard line for a Jefferson first down.
Yeah, Lewis did a good job coming back to the ball when he saw it was a little underthrown and picked up a really nice play there.
Nice throw right on the back shoulder.
Kingston McDonald Gibson could have turned around as well. It would have been a interesting 50-50 ball.
That's sort of the point of a play like that. You're running down the field as the wide receiver, and you just got to have faith in your quarterback to hit you on that back shoulder so you can just flip yourself open, and the ball is right there in a spot that the corner can't get to.
So first down, 10 to go here for Jefferson. Ball at the 22-yard line now, Martinsburg. Send the tight end in motion. Rockwell running to the left, now cutting it back up the middle and getting it to the 15-yard line. So that a gain of 7, making it 2nd down and 3.
You know, they've had some success running the ball with some of those options. They've done a nice job there. And
better than most teams do running the ball against Martinsburg.
Right.
And that will be the final play here of quarter number 3. Step aside, take a 1-minute break. Our score after 3 quarters, Martinsburg 39, Jefferson 6. This is West Virginia High School football and talk radio, WRNR, TV 10. Governor Patrick Morrissey, you sticking around?
I'm going to head out now, but it's great to see you guys.
Great to see you guys.
Hopefully we'll see you in a few weeks.
Appreciate it.
Take care.
This is WRNR Martinsburg, TV 10, back in 1 minute.
Yeah, Robbie, there's a chill in the air, and with fall settling in, it's the perfect time to soak, sweat, and save at Floor Pools. Robbie knows wellness starts at home. Imagine the stress melting away in a Caldera spa with warm hypotherapy jets easing sore muscles, improving circulation, and helping you sleep better. Regular spa sessions can reduce tension, boost mood, and support overall relaxation. Right now, on select Caldera spas, you could save up to $1,500. And don't forget the other half of Total Body Wellness, a Tilo sauna. Regular sauna sessions can boost circulation, support detoxification, ease muscle tension, and promote deep relaxation. For a limited time on select Tilo saunas, you could save up to $1,000. But here's where it gets even better. Robbie says when you bundle a Caldera spa and a Tilo sauna, the savings go even deeper and your wellness routine gets even further. Act now. These savings disappear after September 29th. Stop by Floor Pools today in Chambersburg, Hagerstown, or Martinsburg and let Robbie the Duck guide you to better health, more relaxation, and incredible savings. For details and to explore our full selection, visit floorpools.com. That's Floor Pools, where wellness begins at home.
I think might be the governor now of West Virginia. I don't know. Dylan Bishop.
He said it.
And we have a speed option. Rockwell to the right. Keeps it. Does not pitch it to Ledbetter behind him. He only manages, I believe, to get back to the line of scrimmage here. And that'll make it 3rd down and 3 at the 15-yard line of Martinsburg.
I guess if I were governor now, I would have been the one that left the booth, though. So
yeah,
I think there's a transfer of power there that it would have had to have been official. It didn't happen. We'll get to it maybe. I don't know. I'll hit him up.
Swearing in ceremonies tomorrow.
Yeah, there we go.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Rockwell again with the speed option. This time he does pitch it and nearly getting the first down. I think he might have actually got it with his forward progress. It was Trey Ledbetter. We'll see if they give it to him or not. Waiting for the sticks to move. It is very, very close. And it looks like they will give him that first down for Jefferson here in quarter number 4 at the 12-yard line. Don't fall, Dylan.
I'm good.
Jefferson taking its time here, getting the play in. 10 seconds already left now here on the play clock as they're still getting set now with it at 5 seconds. Rockwell motions his running back to his right. 3, 2. Can they get the snap off? They do just in time. It's a handoff here to Trey Ledbetter, who tries to bang his way up the middle, bouncing off a few Bulldogs, and he'll gain about 1 or 2 yards on the play, making it 2nd down as Carson Knight tackles him. Looks like they actually didn't give him any I thought he at least got one there. But it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, nice stand by the Martinsburg defensive line. And I still think this is a valiant effort from Jefferson. They've put in some good work here. It's obviously not showing to a fantastic score on the scoreboard, but
handoff again to Ledbetter, and the ball's free on the ground. Martinsburg scoops it up on the far side and will return the fumble from the 20 to about the 25 or 26 yard line. There you go. Scooping it up, Carson Knight.
It's been a great game for Carson Knight. He's had a couple of big plays, special teams, defense making big plays. He might be in line for the collision of the game. I mean, that play, not much of a big hit, but it did knock the ball out.
So first down, Martinsburg at its 26-yard line here with 9:52 remaining in regulation. Dick gets the snap, rolling out to his right, looking downfield. Now throws it underneath, and nearly with a possible interception. Could have been Ledbetter, but instead he decided to kind of lay into Boston Todd, the intended receiver, there a little bit instead of going for the ball. That makes it 2nd and 10. It was coming right to him.
Yeah.
Being Ledbetter of Jefferson.
Yeah, good defense, good pursuit. Way to close in on the receiver there for Jefferson.
3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side now for Brian Dick.
Been impressed on both sides by Ledbetter.
Handoff up the middle and a burst of speed, and the ball out again, but falling right on top of it is the running back that lost it, Kingston McDonald Gibson. He recovers his own fumble at the 41-yard line. It's a first down for Martinsburg.
God, to secure that ball, especially with the way that the Martinsburg backfield is working right now. If you're McDonald Gibson, you're Myers, Cofield, when you do get the chances, the last thing you can do is a fumble. That's a good way to lose whatever carries you are getting.
1st and 10 here at the 41. Dick takes the snap, bobbles it a little bit, now rolls out to the right, and he's going to take it himself out across the 45 to the 50, and will step out of bounds here on the near sideline. Just shy of the first down at the 50. He needed to get it to the 49, so that'll make it. No, never mind. It looked like the stick was at the 49, but they say it was at the 50, so first down Martinsburg. It looked like it was at the 49, did it not?
I thought the same thing.
Okay, I'm not crazy.
I thought he gained 9.
At least not in this case. Other things, the answer is yes. 2 receivers to each side. Dick gets the snap, dropping back. Screen pass here, caught on the near side by Irving. Irving gets it to the 40-yard line before being pushed out of bounds by Andy Roberts. It's another Martinsburg first down. I waited this time.
Yeah, you never know.
Clock rolling here, under 9 minutes left in the fourth. 39-6, Martinsburg leads Jefferson.
Continue to be impressed by Christian Irving. You know, he's only gotten a couple catches in this game, but 6'1", 180 freshman.
Yep, that's what I was about to add if you didn't. Only a freshman.
And he's kind of just been the go-to, like, starting outside receiver, one of them.
Ball on the ground as Dick couldn't get the exchange right with Kingston McDonald Gibson, and Dick falls on top of it. It's a loss of 2 on the play, maybe 3, making it second down.
Snaps have been a little bit of trouble for Martinsburg throughout a good portion of this game. Center, Tugwell kind of snapping it at the feet of Brian Dick here and there.
Ball at the 43, so 2nd and 13 for Martinsburg. Dick gets the snap, dropping back the pass. It's a screen pass caught by Irving in the middle of the field, trying to fight through his tackler, as dragging him down is Jefferson's Carson Olerking. It's brought down at the 35-yard line, and that will make it 3rd and 5.
There's Irving again, making a contested catch, showing a little bit more of the skill set that maybe you hope to get from him. At that size, you think he can be a contested catch guy. more so than a guy that you throw screens to.
Here's the 3rd and 5. It's an outside zone run, and a great run all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Martinsburg. Kevin Myers goes in from 35 yards out, extending Martinsburg's lead to 45-6 over Jefferson. Great blocking that time by the receivers.
Yeah, again, they've liked to pull a blocker when they hand it off to Myers, and that time it's from the left side. Griffith pulling to the right, and Myers gets out to the second level. Once he gets ahead of steam, Myers is tough to bring down.
Page on to attempt another PAT for the Bulldogs. Snaps back, holds down, kick is up, and good, making it 46-6. Martinsburg leads Jefferson with 7:19 to go here in the ballgame. Step aside, take a 1-minute break, then be back with more West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 back in 1 minute.
Friends of Recovery is a local nonprofit that provides assistance to individuals in our community who are in the process of reestablishing their lives after active addiction or incarceration. Thanks to the generosity and support of so many in our community, the Friends of Recovery Committee has seen great success in benefiting the participants of the Berkeley County Community Corrections and Recovery Service programs. They are excited to announce that their 3rd annual fundraiser event is coming up on Saturday, October the 11th at 5:30 p.m. at the Holiday Inn Martinsburg. Please join them for an evening of inspiring testimonies, dinner, and silent and live auction items. For more information, you can send an email to friendsofrecovery2023@gmail.com. Once again, that's friendsofrecovery2023@gmail.com. Also, you can find them on Facebook at Friends of Recovery Berkeley County WV.
We're back here live at Coburn Field at David M. Walker Stadium. Martinsburg now up by 40. It is 46-6. Martinsburg Bulldogs leading the Jefferson Cougars. Cody Page on to kickoff now for Martinsburg. And they'll send a high end-over-end kick that backs up. Jaheim Gidney catching it on the far side of the 10-yard line. And he's going to sprint his way across the 20 before being brought down at the 24-yard line at the far sideline. That's where Jefferson's offense will take over. Let's now get a scoring drive summary brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, Trusted Leadership Real Solutions.
8 plays, 80 yards goes Martinsburg. It's a 35-yard touchdown run by Kevin Myers. Make it 46-40. Or 46-6.
Looks like the starter staying out there for Jefferson offensively.
Running clock now.
Yep. They changed that rule to, in the 4th quarter, it being a 35-point differential. The 42-point differential that we're used to seeing in the past is the 3rd quarter now. So 2 receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far side. Rockwell gets the snap and will hand it off to his running back, who goes up the middle across the 30 before being tackled at the 31-yard line, as that's Takeem Drake in the backfield again now for the Cougars.
Seen a little bit of burst from Takeem Drake and a limited number of touches.
That'll bring up a 2nd down and 4. Ball at the 31.
See how aggressive Jefferson really wants to be here, down by 40, 5.5 minutes left, running clock. Seems like they're taking their time.
2 receivers to the far side, 1 here to the near side. Rockwell keeps it himself on the read option, makes 1 man miss. Now has big space here on the near side out across the 50. Tries to get past Kingston McDonald Gibson as he wanted to cut back in, but he's able to bring him down across the 45, tackled at the 41-yard line. But that a huge play by Jackson Rockwell, making it 1st down Jefferson.
27-yard run. I think maybe just the biggest play of the day overall.
Looks like they gave him the 39-yard line.
All right.
So 2 more yards than I thought.
Make it 29 then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think that's the biggest play of the day for Jefferson.
I think so as well.
Not counting that run by Drake with the 15-yard penalty at the end. I don't have an official number on that. I wasn't in the room.
Looks like we have a timeout here as the play clock was down to 7 before the play even got in for Jefferson. We'll take a 30-second break alongside him, then be back with more West Virginia High School football and talk radio, WRNR and TV 10.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
We welcome you back here on Talk Radio WRNR, TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. Timeouts brought to you by the Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Looking for a home in the Tri-State, give them a call, 304-262-4222. Visit them online at modernrealtyresults.com. 4:34 left to go here in the ball game. 46-6, Martinsburg leads Jefferson. Rockwell takes the snap, hands it off to Keem Drake, who shifts his way back and forth up the middle here on the 1st and 10 from the 39 of Martinsburg, and he gets it to the 36-yard line, making it 3rd and 7. Fourth quarter brought to you by Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, representing accident and injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com, as well as CMA Honda of Winchester, located at 3985 Valley Pike in Winchester. Call 540-686-1622 at CMA Honda of Winchester. Owners just care more about you. Two receivers here to the near side, one to the far side. It's another handoff, outside zone read for Rockwell, who gives it here to Drake, and Drake going to get stopped right at the line of scrimmage as Martinsburg's line on that far side able to rip off its blocks and bring him down at the 35, so he did get at least 1 yard on that carry to Keem Drake, making it 3rd and 4.
Only one, though. Looks like Jefferson content to just sort of run the ball, take the loss, go back to Shenandoah Junction.
3rd and 6, by the way, not 3rd and 4. Sorry.
Which is, to me, it's fine.
Jefferson will fall to 0 and 4. Martinsburg will improve to 3 and 2. Two receivers here to the near side, one to the far side. Rockwell takes the snap, drops back the pass, steps up in the pocket, chucks it deep on the far side into double coverage, but overthrew everybody. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Colby Walker, if he turns his head around earlier, he could have caught that one like a punt for an interception. But Walker did a good job of making sure that he was getting to the receiver first. Make sure the player was covered.
Punt team out now here for Jefferson as Keem Drake lines up to punt.
I think they're going to use up every second of clock they can just to reduce the number of plays left in this game, get home healthy.
By the way, I believe it was Ricardo Lewis, the intended receiver, on that last play. Looking here at the play clock as well as the game clock. Play clock is at 0. Jefferson uses a timeout. That stops the game clock, with a minute 53 left here in the ball game. For Jefferson, next week they have a home game against the Hedgesville Eagles. So two teams that will be sitting at 0 and 4 trying to get that first win against one another. For us next week, Martinsburg is at Musselman, 6 p.m. pregame coverage, 7 p.m. kick. That should be a good one. We've seen Musselman with 1 win so far as they upset Wheeling Park a few weeks ago. Get to finally see the new turf as well in Musselman. Seen it for interviews, but haven't had a game there with that new turf.
Right, we get to see how things move. Musselman looking improved this year. And they'll have a bye. Now, Jefferson had a bye coming into this game too. A lot of teams in the Panhandle like to schedule their bye before they play Martinsburg, which to me is a smart idea. But we'll see what the Applemen have in store.
After the timeout, looks like the offense out there now instead of the punt team here for Jefferson through series near side to the far side. Rockwell passing it here on a curl route. It is caught, and that should be a first down for Jefferson as Takeem Drake with the reception, and he's brought down inside the 25 at the 23-yard line. Martinsburg was given a lot of cushion there.
Yeah, I don't think that was really the expected go-to play there, the go-to target on that sort of play. You're kind of just thinking maybe they run it, maybe you get a quick little out or slant.
Jefferson out of timeouts. They go 5 wide again, 3 to the left, 2 to the right for Rockwell. Takes the snap, dropping back the pass, steps up, looking downfield, throws it for the end zone, and it's picked off by Boston Todd. Todd on the far side at the 10, at the 20, going up the middle of the field now at the 25, and he'll be cut down at the 29-yard line. Another interception in the end zone for Martinsburg secondary here tonight.
And with the running clock, you might not even need to run one more play. Well, I'd say one at most. Just take a knee and go home with the win.
Yeah, we'll see when they decide to start that play clock up. The game clock now at 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24. They haven't started the play clock. They just did. There's a 1 second differential, so you shouldn't need to run a play, and I don't think they're going to, as both teams making their way over now to the 50-yard line to get in the handshake lines, and that is how tonight's ball game comes to a conclusion. Martinsburg is victorious for a third straight time to improve to 3-2. They defeat Jefferson 46-6 here tonight. Step aside, take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that 2-minute break, we'll get into our post-game show. This is West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
It's the new normal. You live, work, and play everywhere. Whether it's the family car or the family business, you need insurance that keeps pace with your changing life. Home on the job or working from home, peace of mind comes from knowing your whole world is covered. No matter what happens or how big it grows, whatever your new normal, Erie Insurance's award-winning service and personal agents can keep pace. Call your local agent today or visit erieinsurance.com for a quote.
Surf Law Offices. 50 years experience. No fees unless we collect money for you. Always here to help you. Any questions? LawPBN.com.
Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer deaths in the United States each year. But do you know the radon levels in your home? Home is a place to live, love, and laugh, not a place to breathe air containing radon. The Berkeley and Morgan County Health Departments are distributing free confidential radon test kits, and you can get yours at the Berkeley County Health Department office in Martinsburg and the Morgan County Health Department office in Berkeley Springs. Protect your home and family. Get your free radon test kit today.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
We welcome you back here at Coburn Field at David M. Walker Stadium. Again, tonight's final score, Martinsburg 46 and Jefferson 6. I'm Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR, TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. Martinsburg with a quick post-game talk. So here in a few matters of seconds, Dylan Bishop will be joined by David Walker, the head coach of Martinsburg, just waiting for him to get a little bit closer here for us. That way we can 100% make sure that everything is picked up on our sideline mic here tonight. Post-game show brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu and daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Looks like Dylan in position here with Coach Walker. So, Dylan, whenever you are ready, let's see if we got you down there.
Right here with Coach Walker. Coach, 46-6 for you guys. It felt like Jefferson was able to slow you up a little more than the last two games, last two opponents have been able to do. But how did you feel about the performance overall?
I mean, I thought we did what we were supposed to do. We still made some mistakes. Still got to cut down on it. But overall, I thought our effort was
figure some things out here as just for some reason our sideline mic does not want to cooperate here tonight. I know you can faintly hear them, but trying our best here to get it a little bit better, but not sure if we're going to be able to here this evening or not. So again, our apologies here for that. Just kind of have to unfortunately cut them off as we'll step aside, take another 2-minute break here, and on the other side of that break, continue with more of the Palace Lounge post-game show here at Coburn Field at David M. Walker Stadium. Again, 46-6 tonight's final score. Step aside, take a 2-minute break, and then we'll be back with more of the post-game show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 back in 2 minutes.
Fort Evans Archery of Inwood is your local full-service archery pro shop with sales and setup, maintenance, repairs, and sight-ins. Fort Evans Archery is a full-stocking dealer for all your favorites like Hoyt, Matthews, Elite, Bowtech, Mission, and Bear, with crossbows from Raven, 10-Point, Barnett, and Excalibur. And Fort Evans Archery has a sight range out to 60 yards. Fort Evans Archery, 998 Arden-Melville Road, Suite 2, Inwood, open Tuesday to Friday, 10 a.m. until 6, Saturdays 9:30 to 4. FortEvansArchery.com.
This is Cody with Cody's Auto Body. The stories are on the way. Reliving glory days, the injury that prevented stardom, or the inevitable, I even could have made that play. With football season comes a lot of delusion of greatness. Well, no one believes you would have made it in the big leagues. Let's at least make them think you're a good driver. Bring that vehicle to me and I will make it the pride of the parking lot at every game. I'm Cody with Cody's Auto Body, the MVP of your season. That's Cody's with a T for trust.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
I love it when people ask me which of the Skinner brothers is younger. I love it when people ask me who's taller. I love it when people get us confused. You do? Really? No. At least they're not confused about what the Skinners do. If you're hurt in almost heaven, dial the sevens. 304-777-7777.
SkinnerWins.com.
We welcome you back here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Again, apologies for our audio issues. We'll try to get that fixed for you here next week or maybe even tomorrow for Shepherd when we get to that. But again, tonight's final score, Martinsburg 46, Jefferson 6. I'm Colin McLaughlin here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. I'm joined by Dylan Bishop, Donna Schaffners, our on-site producer, camera crew tonight, Rodney Watcher, Jillian Haynes, and Ethan Elliott. Back at the studio is Kyler High, who you'll hear from here in a few minutes with our post-game scoreboard show. Dylan, I know you still got to tally up your post-game stats. I also know it's going to be very unofficial as you had to go away for a little bit of the ball game and help us out technically, but when you are ready to go, post-game stats are brought to you by your local full-service archery pro shop, Fort Evans Archery of Inwood. Call them at 304-229-7064 or visit fortevans.com.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's going to be a little unofficial, like you said. I became governor during that third quarter, so I had some other responsibilities. I'll have some executive orders for you on Monday. But anyway, 19 carries for 101 yards and a touchdown on the ground for Brian Dick. And let's see, through the air, he had himself a 2-touchdown day. Halftime, he had 79 yards. And I'll have to get back to you on adding that one up. But Kevin Myers, 11 carries for 119 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns for him. Kingston McDonald Gibson had himself 4 carries, 63 yards. Ledbetter for Jefferson had himself a pretty nice day. I've gotten his carries tallied up to 14. He had himself on the day 55 yards. Jackson Rockwell had himself 5 completions on 11 attempts for 68 yards. So overall, not a bad day at all. Boston Todd, 2 receiving touchdowns for him, 45 yards in the second half, both of those touchdowns as well. So that's 102 yards on 7 catches and 2 touchdowns for Boston Todd. And if you give me just a second, I can give you the full total. Here's our mental math here. Watch this. 79 yards at halftime, throws a 29-yard touchdown. That puts him at 108 plus 7 equals 115. Plus a 25-yard throw, it's 140. Then a 19-yard touchdown is 159. Then 169 on a 10-yard pass and 7-yard pass, 177 yards for Brian Dick. That's what I have him for at least. Ty Ricketts, 21 yards on 1 completion as well.
And again, unofficial stats. We'll have the official stats for you on Monday's edition of the Sports Mix, so you have to tune in at noon on Talk Radio WRNR, TV10, and the TV10 Facebook page for that. Let's now, though, give our awards and wrap things up, starting off with tonight's play of the game, brought to you by CMH Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg. Stop in and see them today at 48 Kelly Island Road in Martinsburg. Call 304-263-8821. CMA, they're moving lives forward.
This will be one for Jefferson. I'm going to give it to Tony Allen's kickoff return touchdown to start the second half. Great play by him.
It was.
That's why you don't kick the ball to him.
Yep, 79 yards, the lone points for Jefferson here tonight. Collision of the game now brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street, Martinsburg. Family-owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page.
I'll give this one to Carson Knight. He had himself a big hit on the kickoff on special teams after it was 18-0 Martinsburg. Ended up leading to a personal foul on Martinsburg, or excuse me, on Jefferson, Ryan Wentz, but it was a big hit by Carson Knight that led up to that.
Now, our catch of the game brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere.
I think I got to give this one to Boston Todd. 29-yard touchdown, the pass from Brian Dick there in the second half. Sort of while we had the governor in here. That was a nice play, Brian Dick rolling out to his right. Throw down the field to Todd.
And lastly, the player of the game brought to you by CMA Honda of Winchester, located at 3985 Valley Pike in Winchester. Call 540-686-1622 at CMA Honda of Winchester. Owners just care more about you.
I'm going to give it to Kevin Myers. I know it's 100 yards rushing from the quarterback and 2 passing touchdowns, but I really liked what I saw from Kevin Myers today. 11 carries, 119 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the ground. It felt like, every carry that I have down for Kevin Myers was at least 5 yards, and you had some in there. His first 4 went for 9, 7, 7, then a 14, and that was the first half. He had a touchdown in there. Yeah, every carry that I have marked down for him went for at least 5 yards, and that's Saquon Barkley stuff right there.
So that will wrap things up for us here tonight. You'll hear from Kyler High here in a little bit with your post-game scoreboard show. But for Ethan Elliott, Jillian Haynes, Rodney Watcher, Donna Schaffner, and Dylan Bishop, I'm Colin McLaughlin signing off. Again, tonight's final score, Martinsburg 46, Jefferson 6. This has been West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Yeah, Robbie, there's a chill in the air, and with fall settling in, it's the perfect time to soak, sweat, and save at Floor Pools. Robbie knows wellness starts at home. Imagine the stress melting away in a Caldera spa with warm hypotherapy jets easing sore muscles, improving circulation, and helping you sleep better. Regular spa sessions can reduce tension, boost mood, and support overall relaxation. Right now, on select Caldera spas, you could save up to $1,500. And don't forget the other half of Total Body Wellness, a Tilo sauna. Regular sauna sessions can boost circulation, support detoxification, ease muscle tension, and promote deep relaxation. For a limited time on select Tilo saunas, you could save up to $1,000. But here's where it gets even better. Robbie says when you bundle a Caldera spa and a Tilo sauna, the savings go even deeper and your wellness routine gets even further. Act now. These savings disappear after September 29th. Stop by Floor Pools today in Chambersburg, Hagerstown, or Martinsburg and let Robbie the Duck guide you to better health, more relaxation, and incredible savings. For details and to explore our full selection, visit floorpools.com. That's Floor Pools, where wellness begins at home. Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
Welcome into your post-game show brought to you by Floor Pools. Make every day a better day with a hot tub or swimming pool. Floor Pools has locations in Martinsburg, Chambersburg, and Hagerstown. As you just saw, your Martinsburg Bulldogs has just beaten Jefferson 46-6. And that game went final. There's only 2 games on my list that I have final in the EPAC. Morgantown beating number 6 Spring Mills 21-0. Spring Mills just couldn't fight back after halftime, it seems like. Let me pull up these scores for you so that you can get a visual as well. Cabell Midland is beating up on Hurricane, so to speak, 62-7, as both teams came into that game 0-4, and both teams looking to make a playoff push. Wheeling Park is beating St. Clairsville 21-7. That game, let me see if that went final. It has not yet. That game has not went final. Other games in the area that you have is George Washington, number 2 George Washington in 4A, tied with Barnesville in Ohio. And then Berkeley Springs losing to Grafton, the AAA Grafton, 35-7. And Berkeley Springs is losing that game. Other games in the state of West Virginia, you also have Fairmont Senior losing to University 37-28. Another game in the state of West Virginia was Hampshire losing to Kaiser 44-16, as those 2 teams are in the AAA. Another 4A team that played and is up right now currently would be Preston beating East Fairmont 35-31. That game is currently going on. It's in the 4th quarter. All these games are in the 4th quarter, so to speak. You have, those are all the games that are going on, and that's pretty much everything. There was no EPAC with Musselman, Washington, and Hedgesville on a bye week this week, so there was not a lot to talk about. Once again, Morgantown beats your number 6 Spring Mills 21-0, and Martinsburg beats your number 14 Jefferson 46-6. Tune in tomorrow at 11:30 for the coverage of the Shepherd football game as they take on number 5 Kutztown at home for their first home game of the season. And if you can't make it there because it's going to be a little bit rainy, tune in over here. We'll have the game for you, and then I'll be there on the halftime show and the postgame show. Today's postgame show has been brought to you by Floor Pools. I'm Kyler Hyde, WRNR TV 10. Have a great night.
And that concludes today's postgame show. Be sure to tune in each week throughout the regular and postseason for more West Virginia high school football. Today's game has been brought to you by
W. Harley Miller Systems, Smallwood and Small Insurance Agency, Power, Beck and Matzaref Law Offices, Senate Finance Chairman Jason Barrett, Hagerstown Ford, Fort Evans Archery, Rocks Local Markets, the Brown Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, the Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, personal injury attorneys, Cody's Auto Body, the Palace Lounge, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, the Berkeley County Health Department, Bodwell Insurance Solutions, Ameriprise Financial and the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, CMA Honda of Winchester, CMA Chevy and Toyota of Martinsburg, CMA Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg, Dignity Memorial Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery of Martinsburg, Floor Pools of Martinsburg, Hagerstown, and Chambersburg, and Next Level Auto Detailing.
For the best in high school, college, and NFL coverage all season long, keep it tuned in to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.